Welcome to Comics League Dark, the variety news show where we talk about all things pop culture and Warner Brothers' repeated attempts to make us watch the movies. So, first off, I just want to welcome in our first panelist.
I am Phoenix!
Hello, Nick. How are you?
Hello there, General Kenobi.
I didn't do the... Messed it up, dude.
I don't know. I did it anyway.
Whatever. But anyway, so while we wait for... So JJheat should be joining us momentarily. But
the heat is coming.
The heat is coming, and I just made I just uploaded his new intro. And for those of you that don't know,
it is lit. It is lit. It is so lit.
Yeah, those of you that don't know, JJheat got himself a logo now.
And let's just say it was a collaborative effort.
Yes, someone named the Phoenix Press kind of helped out. Hey, what's up, David?
Hey, David, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, we got you. For some reason, I think kind of laggy. So on that, so there was just a quick thing that like Nick wanted to do because something happened this week. So Nick, you want to take it away?
So for those who follow me on Twitter, you probably know what I'm about to talk about. But so I had two rats, Drake and Courage, and about a week ago, Drake came down with an upper respiratory infection. I took him to the vet. I thought he was getting better, but unfortunately, a few days ago, he passed away. So, Drake, buddy, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
I still have one such buddy left with me. He was kind of just hanging out back there. So, Courage is still with us.
Moment of silence for Drake. Okay, and we have someone else.
All the hopes and dreams of Krypton live in you now.
Hey, Taladia.
Hey, bro.
I think he's muted.
Yep. Drake's going back to his hidey hole. So
yeah. So
Courage is so yeah. I still have Courage. I'm gonna do my best to take care of him. You know, we spend a lot of time with him, but just know that he's currently sitting in behind me. He's so yeah.
So now that we're let's get this crazy show on the road. So and Brown Destroyer kind of got us started. But first off, what's up, brother? Second off, if Ant-Man flops, it wouldn't matter much to the MCU. They're going to continue. Not necessarily. Here's why I can say that. Wait, hang on, Nick. Because from what I've heard, like they're reshuffling a lot of MCU stuff. Like Agatha's gonna get canceled.
Yeah, like sure, she was kind of like the best part of the show, but like I'm not sure if her character is enough to really sustain an entire like series. Like I could see her as an antagonist or even a side character. That would be fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure there's enough there to make a whole series out of.
Well, plus the fact here's the thing, and I said this actually in the video description, but Ant-Man is representative of what's been going on with the MCU, because do you realize that in the past 2 years we've had 17 MCU projects? Yeah, cancel Echo too. I hope cancel Echo and Ironheart.
Mm-hmm. Let's be fair. Echo was a series that never should have happened to begin with. Like, At least Ironheart has some notoriety to her. Like, I had never even heard of Echo. Like, I had heard of Ironheart, but I have never even heard of Echo.
What would be hilarious is if someone posts online on Twitter, I was trying to Google Ironheart to figure out who she is, and the wrong video came up.
Yeah, let's just say not a good plan.
I mean, exactly.
Like, I wouldn't mind Echo, the character, showing up in other shows, like, the next Daredevil. You want to have Echo show up in that? Sure.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing, because with the MCU, what the leadership forgot is what made the MCU so great
Fun.
because so fun because had this in my short recently. It's like, well, one of the factors was everything felt like it was contributing to the overall plot. With this, like, let me put it this way: Falcon Winter Soldier should never have happened because it did not connect. Anything that didn't connect to the multiverse saga should not have happened.
The only reason Captain Marvel
Other
made
dude.
$1 billion is
Yes.
because they did everything they could to make it a must-see movie. They did everything they could to connect it to the larger story. It came out in between Infinity War and Endgame. Like, they positioned it in like the most advantageous possible slot. They put in all the story elements to connect it to the larger story, and that's why it made $1 billion because it was the essential viewing, which
Well,
not really, but we didn't know that at the time.
yeah. Well, and yeah, Brown Destroyer, I get that. I agree with you. There are activists in charge and activists that don't want Marvel fans working for the company. However, Disney is not exactly in the best of shape right now, so they don't have the Disney cash because that was the thing about Marvel. They could afford to lose cash on products because they had what I call the big company cushion. They don't have that to that degree anymore, particularly with like Disney losing its special privileges in the state of Florida.
Well, the problem is, I mean, honestly, Disney is in such a position where, I mean, in the next few years, they could be bought out by like Apple or Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
That could very well happen, and depending on like what YouTubers you watch, that may be their entire strategy.
Mm-hmm. But
have you heard about that?
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Yeah, and Disney's taken a lot of L's lately. Exactly.
I would recommend start watching Midnight's Edge on YouTube.
I watched them.
They do a lot of really good analysis content. Don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but they're usually pretty right on the money.
Awesome. And yeah, a Disney animated movie flopped. Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly they're not exactly putting their best foot forward. Let me put it that way.
And I think Strange New Worlds is more of a victim of poor marketing and like poor distribution than it really is a movie itself. I guarantee you, if they had marketed it properly, it probably would have done and released it in theaters and all that kind of stuff. It probably would have done okay. The problem is Disney is really treating Pixar like its secondary studio than the premier prestige studio they paid $4 billion for, not even like a little over 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but also going back to the MCU, the thing about it is that see Kevin Feige, I think after here's the thing: after Endgame, the MCU felt we could do no wrong, so now we can start throwing the stuff out there.
Well, there's another reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, after Endgame, and they started doing their Disney Plus shows, Kevin Feige kind of took a bit of a step back, where he's still the head of the studio, but they created a layer of abstraction. Now there's kind of this other person, this activist woman who's really kind of running the day-to-day shots. Well, Kevin Feige is more just like the head of the studio, kind of big picture. There's really another person at the driver's seat now. You know, Kevin Feige is just kind of the person in the backseat saying, go here, go here, go here. Well, someone else is doing the actual driving, making the turns, deciding how to do what.
Now, here's the thing, though. There are a lot of YouTubers that we trust, like Midnight Edge, have been talking about Kevin Feige reorganizing the MCU now because so far it's been bad all throughout the Phase 4. First off, remember, he never referred to what came out as Phase 4 until he was forced to. He's like, okay, fine, it's Phase 4.
And then they abruptly said, oh, Phase 4 is over now, bye.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem. A lot of the Phase 4 films, they have the pandemic excuse for their low box office numbers. Like they can lean on that like a crutch. But Ant-Man doesn't have that excuse. And any of these films going forward do not have the pandemic excuse to lean back on.
But so now the way I want to approach this, and Comic Historian did the same thing, and I felt that was a cool discussion to have. What we're gonna do is we're going to go through like the projects that came out for Phase 4, and we're going to play a game of like keep or miss. In other words, if we were in charge of this in hindsight, should these have been made?
I will say there are some stuff in Phase 4 that I will say keep. So just let
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
absolutely. I'm not saying trash the whole thing, but I'm just saying.
I mean, if you trash the whole thing, I wouldn't shed any tears. But
all right, so we're gonna start off. I'm gonna go to okay. So here are I'm trying to get to a list that has the shows. Okay, so we'll do movies first. All right, let me just scroll up to movie. Okay, so I'm gonna read off a project and we'll decide if it stays or goes. Okay,
mm-hmm.
Black Widow.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Black Widow.
Stay, but should have been a Phase 3 film.
It should have been. Yeah, it should have been between Infinity War and Endgame at the latest.
It should have taken the Captain Marvel spot. But honestly, even then, that timeline, because it's really it should have taken place before Infinity War, because the film does take place in between Civil War and Infinity War. You got to realize that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and then, it does actually explain a lot of the stuff, like how did she get the vest thingy?
Which who cares?
Kind of
if James Gunn DC becomes a bigger success, only then will they shuffle up. Otherwise, I ain't hopeful. Well, that's all for you. Yeah, Shang-Chi. I say honestly, if I were in charge,
it's not a bad film, but it
doesn't contribute.
It doesn't contribute, and it is aggressively mid. Like we're like the best of stuff on here is aggressively mid.
Okay, the next one you're definitely gonna trash. Eternals.
Oh, like kill it with fire.
Hey Tevya. So what we're doing right now, Tevya, to get you caught up, is we're going through all the Phase 4. I personally I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. There's another project on this list that is the absolute worst.
I voted with my wallet and chose not to see it.
That's fine.
By the way, Creed 3 has already gotten my money. I've already purchased a ticket for it. So I'm going to see Creed 3 tomorrow.
I want to see that. All right, so Eternals, yeah, I'd say trash it. Even though it was well,
take it out back and shoot it old Yeller style.
Even though it was different than a lot of other MCU projects, it was ultimately like, why? I remember the original ending, she wanted to destroy Earth.
See, the funny thing is, they hired Chloe Zhao because they wanted to, Chinese director, Chinese market, but they didn't realize her name, it was already tainted in the Chinese market. So the film got banned in China just because Chloe Zhao was directing it. It was like,
the next one we're keeping. Then the next one I vote to keep, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, we're keeping
that. Directly contributes to the multiverse. I mean, in addition to being a fantastic movie.
Toby and Andrew is back. Actually, I gotta say, I actually rewatched Amazing Spider-Man yesterday. That film holds up. Okay, I'm gonna put a line this in here. Toby is still my favorite Spider-Man, but I'm gonna do a hot take here. I think Amazing Spider-Man is the better movie overall.
That's not a hot take. I agree with you.
But here's the thing. Well, Toby is my favorite Spider-Man. And the Amazing films are basically just replaying a lot of the same beats that the Raimi films did. I think the problems with the Raimi films are Mary Jane. Like the whole, honestly, Mary Jane is a toxic. Is hella toxic.
It's not about you. It's about me. And by the way, Tevya, yeah, I know, but the CGI just looked really terrible on MODOK. It could have looked a lot better.
I definitely feel like Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker left a lot to be desired.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh dang, the chemistry between him and Emma Stone is just it just sets the screen on fire. It just, wow.
And honestly, I enjoyed Andrew's quips a lot more than I did Toby's.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I've always said. Toby is the better Peter Parker. Andrew is the better Spider-Man. And Tom is a middle ground between both. He's not the best Peter Parker. He's not the best Spider-Man, but he's not the worst of either.
He's kind of like the Ben Affleck of Spider-Man, in that Ben Affleck is the best of both worlds in terms of Batman.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
I like how you somehow managed to bring in the Snyders into this Marvel conversation. That takes skill, brother, and I respect that.
As soon as you set that up, so well. So I was like, okay, I got it.
No, seriously, I respect that. Can you just give yourself the clap thing? Come on.
You set it up so well. So I was like, all right, Toby and Garfield are my favorite Spider-Man. Yeah, mine too. Plus, No Way Home it gave me closure to Toby and Garfield. Yes, exactly. As a fan of Tobey Maguire, I was happy to see him in that movie. Me too, 100%.
And Andrew
But
Garfield did such a good job in No Way Home.
the next movie, I think we have to keep, and that's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because that directly does the multiverse.
Torch it.
Why torch it?
It's just bad. It is just
Well,
let
me put it this way.
It's bad. It is.
We don't have to torch it. We can redo it. In other words,
torch it.
No, I think we have to keep it because that deals that contributes directly to the multiverse plot.
Yeah, but just because it ties in, I'm not going to use that as an excuse to excuse bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's Doctor Strange is another mid at best, but it skews more towards the lower end of mid.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this next one we're definitely torching with like the fire of the sun, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Nuclear bomb.
Well, actually, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And then this next one, I say keep because we have to have a palate cleanser. Not everything can be multiverse. Black Panther 2.
No. That is a very solid.
We only have like one movie in this phase, dude.
Well, that just shows you how bad the phase is. Like True. It just for one thing, it introduces Riri. That alone is a torch that gets at a torch. Also, the fact that it's just so disrespectful. It's just I don't like the idea of Shuri becoming Black Panther. That character, I'm sorry, like I can tolerate her as a side character, but she is so freaking annoying. She's like she is basically the worst quality of Tony Stark without any of the redeeming qualities. I do not like Shuri's character.
Is there a White Tiger movie coming in the MCU? I don't think so. And yes, Gore got butchered. Yeah, there you go.
And the fact that they hire the perfect actor for him too just makes it worse.
Here's the thing, Tevia, I get that you like that concept, but just because they put her as the villain does not mean it was a quality movie. That does not redeem the movie. Let me put it this way: the way they treated the Illuminati, I'm like, no.
I will say this in defense of Doctor Strange too. The way they handled America Chavez actually wasn't that bad. I actually didn't mind America Chavez.
Isn't that funny?
I thought she was actually a decent character. I didn't mind her in the movie.
Isn't that funny how a lot of the annoying characters from All New, All Different were done so much better in the shows?
It's almost like you give them competent writers.
Yeah. And so our first show, WandaVision.
Keep.
Okay.
Just because it's so sure, it's an okay, slightly teeters on above average. It does suffer from the same problems that like comic movies for the past 10 years. You know, the third act CGI fight, but gosh dang it, does like the first half is so original. I'm sorry,
but Tevia, none of those characters deserve to just be basically snapped out like that. No, it didn't work
Captain
out.
Marvel should have survived that thing falling on her.
And Reed being a complete moron and explaining to Wanda how Black Bolt's powers
Reed
work.
is supposed to be the smartest man in the universe.
If anything, he would have said, "Hey Wanda, come on. Black Bolt knows where your parents are, but you have to come close because he's kind of a low talker."
Also, Scarlet Witch beat Professor Xavier in the Battle of the Minds.
No, that would not. Not even. It's not like you. Here's the thing: if he at least
one
put
thing
up
when you have Phoenix.
Hang on. It would be one thing if he put up a fight, but no, she just came up around him and just snap.
But no, she defeated him in his mind too.
Brown, yes. Black Adam was way better.
Yeah, Black Adam wasn't the best, but at least Black Adam was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like from an overall quality perspective, Black Adam was okay, but it just was just pure entertaining. So it kind of punches above its weight a little bit.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I say keep it because I largely enjoyed that show.
It's solid. It's not bad.
The only thing, literally the one thing It's just one scene that I would cut out, and then it'd be completely perfect. Is when Sam is almost arrested for being a black guy, because
It's that scene and the debate they have in the last episode.
yeah,
Like, you got to do better.
yeah. But the reason why I
The
don't
other
like,
thing is, I think they showed a little too much sympathy for the Flag Smashers.
yeah, they're
They
terrorists.
are literally terrorists. They are killing people.
Yeah, but it's like with the reason why I don't like the scene where Sam is almost arrested is because everyone conveniently forgets that Sam is an Avenger. All these people, it was public knowledge that these people were
If this
Avengers.
movie was made in the 2000s,
Mhm.
U.S. Agent would have been the protagonist / hero.
Mm-hmm. I like what they did with
if
U.S.
this movie
Agent.
was made in 2008, 2009, or even early 2010s, he would have been the hero. In literally any other era of filmmaking, U.S. Agent would have been the hero of the story, and Falcon would have been the moral antagonist.
Yeah, but I really liked, speaking of Falcon, the way this show handled the shield handoff from Falcon, Falcon becoming Cap, in other words, because
I will say
Mhm.
it would have been very easy for writers just to do like, oh, generic American white boy, military person, but like they actually gave his character some depth. Like, sure, he was as American as Wonder Bread, but like they actually kind of gave him like, okay, I can see where he's coming from, like why he's doing this.
and
To the point, yeah.
and they even made it so he can be patriotic, because that's part of that's a job requirement to be Captain America. You have to love your country, and they made it so yeah, America has made mistakes, but you can still be because what Captain America is supposed to represent, and they got this in the show. He's supposed to represent what America could be, not what it is today.
I will say, outside of the arrest scene, which literally just comes out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah.
I will say they did handle the Captain America and black people kind of angle. I feel like they handled that very well. Like I think Isaiah Washington was a great counterpoint to the kind of thing. Like and it's like I actually love the follow-up scenes he had with him. I feel like really.
My favorite one of those is when where like Isaiah kind of implies that Steve was racist or something like that, but then Sam immediately comes to his aid and said, no, that is not Steve Rogers.
Because if Steve met Isaiah, for one, he'd be horrified by his story.
Yeah,
and he would demand that Isaiah be in the memorial.
Exactly. But
there's no way Steve would not want.
And plus, I gotta say this, goddamn, that Falcon as Captain America suit looked freaking dope. The American flag on the wings, that scene where like the helicopter's gonna crash and like he turns into like a shield. It was so good. They did it so well. And by the way, Brown Destroyer says, I thought that Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2 and 3 were the most underrated movies. I gotta agree with you on that. I love the Hulk. The Hulk was fantastic. All right, next. Loki. I say keep.
Burn.
Why burn?
Because while the show looked nice and it has like really good atmosphere, like I really do dig like the 70s kind of like aesthetic and like the haze kind of over it and like the little details. Ultimately, it never needed to exist. Like the sole purpose of the show is to revive Loki. That is and it's like
not necessarily. It's to establish the multiverse and Kang.
Yeah, but you could have done that so many different ways. It's to give Loki a show. It's just pure Loki stuff. Like, I'm not saying the show is bad. It's okay. It's got some good stuff, but like, just it's certainly not the worst thing on this list. Trust me, we haven't gotten to She-Hulk yet.
What if I say keep it?
Torch it. The animation was terrible.
What if
the animation was
remember
high school?
When I say keep it, I don't mean keep it as is. We could have gone back and changed it. Is what I'm saying.
I'm talking about this as the quality of the show.
All right,
and just I'm taking all factors into account. The animation, I'm just taking as is, no tweaking. Because tweaking we can fix anything. Like honestly, because with enough tweaking we can fix all these shows. So it's kind of a get out of jail free card.
Ooh,
So
wait, Dave the
we-
Impaler has a hot take, by the way. The MCU started going downhill with the Avengers. Joss Whedon set the tone, unfortunately. Yeah.
I mean, you're not exactly wrong, but my addendum is it was kind of a slow burn. Like, towards the end of Phase 3 is when it really ramped up. But yeah, it was kind of slowly going downhill through Phase 2 and Phase 3, but it wasn't instantaneous. Like, it kind of took a while to really set in. That's my opinion. But yeah, Dave, you are correct, I believe.
But anyway, and by the way, what's up to Helen? So, yeah, our next project. I know you're going to want to keep this Hawkeye.
Oh yes. Like,
which way better than I thought it was going to be. Way better.
Characters are like, it's the only problem is you don't see Spider-Man swinging through, which actually I believe Hawkeye takes place the year after the events of No Way Home. I'm not sure on the time. The timeline the MCU is work to begin with. So,
all right, Moon Knight.
Torch because just waste of a character.
I agree with you because it's just ultimately the ending is that it sets up the girl as the hero instead of the show called Moon Knight. Oh
yeah, and Oscar Isaacs was a perfect casting for the character. Don't get me wrong.
Also, Dave, wait,
like the
Dave.
whole multiple personality thing. I think they were doing it in a good way. I think they had a good setup for like the multiple characters thing. I thought it was.
And Dave, here's the problem.
There was an attempt.
Dave, here's the problem with it. He's barely in the suit.
Yeah,
he's barely Moon Knight. And by the way, Tevya, have fun, bro. Glad you're able to hang out with us for a bit.
The suit was nice. You know, you're wrong. The suit was nice.
Looked freaking amazing. Particularly the transformation actually looked pretty cool.
My summary of Moon Knight is thus: there was an attempt.
Okay,
that's how I summarize.
Let me put it this way: I still have fun watching it. It's not like it's a horrible show. It's no She-Hulk. By the way,
also
the next
they made
show,
an Avatar reference in it, so that gets an extra point for me.
The next show, I would keep Ms. Marvel because if you can make me like Ms. Marvel as a character, because I hate her in the comics. I never
actually finished that show because my Disney Plus subscription ran out. But I will say it kind of does the same thing Hawkeye does, where like it takes characters that were previously not liked and like they cast hella charming actors in them, and I feel like they actually made an honest attempt with the show, so it is a very enthusiastic keep.
Plus, the actress who plays Ms. Marvel is a Ms. Marvel fangirl. So I'm like, you can't get any better. You can see her passion for these characters. The next one is 100% toss in the garbage and light that garbage with nuclear fire. She-Hulk.
Keep. I'm kidding.
Oh man, we lost connection to Nick, unfortunately. But yeah,
I was trolling, brother.
No, I know, I just had to. But yeah, 100% trash She-Hulk because ultimately it ended undoing the entire show, so you don't even need it. And part where I was like, oh no, it's going to be one of these shows is when she's lecturing Bruce and saying that I've handled my stress infinitely better than you have.
I mean, to be fair, there's a million things we can say is wrong with the show. But could you pull up Brown Destroyer's comment about so fun fact, Brown Destroyer, if you ever look into the Sony leaks, it is revealed that when Sony was in talks with Marvel to bring over the Spider-Man, it was actually discussed at one point to having Andrew Garfield be the Spider-Man of the MCU. So they would have folded the Amazing Verse into the MCU.
In other words, those two movies happened in the MCU?
Pretty much, you know.
Interesting.
Just imagine, cool. Like, how crazy would that have been?
I think he could have fit with the Avengers.
I think the easiest way to do that would just have the movie set pre-Avengers 1 kind of thing.
Yeah, probably.
Like, you know, just like, you know, there's no Stark Tower there. There's, you know, that kind of stuff.
And Avengers, but all right, so that's phase 4. Now the thing is, the problem with Phase 4, it didn't make any sense in all of our opinions. I think that the only good part is when Daredevil showed up and had a hallway fight scene. That's about the only good part. But anyway,
Yeah, we got the dollar store version of Daredevil though.
true. But the thing
The
about
actor was there, the suit was there. It's just the writing wasn't.
the problem with Phase 4 is that it was a bunch of honestly crap. There's a bunch of stuff that
Also-
should never have been made into a show. Yes.
Yes, David, Hacksaw Ridge is an amazing movie.
Oh yes, yes. Hacksaw Ridge is one of the best World War II movies, I think.
And Andrew Garfield, I actually wish he would have won like an award or something for that, because like that was a really good acting performance. Like honestly, all the actors did a really good job. Like Vince Vaughn, he doesn't usually do dramatic movies, but he was really good in this one.
Mhm.
Also, it was just a really fresh take on World War II movies. Like we've seen so many World War II movies. I thought this one actually felt fresh.
Me too. But going back to the MCU, what I liked about the one good thing about Phase 4 is that now people are like, it's okay to hate the MCU now.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when now it's socially acceptable to bash on these movies all day.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be clear, let me put it this way: there have been some cool things to come out of MCU, Hawkeye specifically. Because the thing Hawkeye does right is, first off, it doesn't bash Hawkeye. It doesn't make him it doesn't do the whole man bashing thing. It makes Kate more of a more humble character and less like I know everything.
I think what they did.
One more thing.
It
deals with it essentially deals with the consequences of Hawkeye being Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how it does. So anyway, as you were saying, Nick.
What I like about Kate is they basically dialed her down. They turned her down from arrogant to confident. Like she's confident in her abilities, but she's not arrogant about it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Haley Steinfeld is just an insanely likable actress. So it's like hard not to like. And I just gotta say, bringing Yelena into this, it could have gone so wrong. But like the two of them together, it's just comedy gold.
Where I love where
Kate, this is not cutlery.
Yeah, I love where Kate walks into her apartment and Yelena's there. She throws the knife and then Yelena like dodges and goes, "Hello."
No, you got it wrong. She throws a bottle of ketchup.
Oh,
Yelena catches it. And then she
goes,
pushes it aside, goes, "Hello."
Yeah, and then she's like, she's making macaroni and cheese with like hot sauce or something like that. I'm like, yeah, this is great. And
of course, I like macaroni and cheese.
Another thing Hawkeye did that was actually really cool. They showed what basically happened if you were snapped. It's because Yelena was snapped. She disappears and then reappears, and you see the room change.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cool.
It also explains why she didn't show up anywhere. Like she wasn't even mentioned in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, because she was snapped and she was doing other stuff. But yeah, and you think
also,
about
I will say this though. I know Yelena didn't technically exist when they did Endgame, but in the storyline she did. I'm sorry, she would have showed up to help her sister. I'm sorry, like she would have showed up in that scene.
Well, it could be
like,
she didn't know that what was going on with the battle.
Well, to be fair, they grabbed everybody. The only thing I can think of is the only two people who even knew about her was Hawkeye and Nat.
Mm-hmm. And real quick. JJheat, what's up?
I love that logo. I love that logo.
The way the flames, we did a great job on that logo. But anyway, so JJheat, so what we're doing right now is we're going through Phase 4 and deciding what projects we would keep and what projects we would trash. Nick basically trashed all of Phase 4.
I agree. No Way Home was a nostalgia trip. She-Hulk was an acquisition crapshoot. What part of Phase 4 was actually good?
Black Panther?
Hawkeye.
Decent. Hawkeye was a good Christmas show.
And I love how the post-credit scene for Hawkeye is the Hamilton show for Captain America.
By the way,
what's up, David?
that they're actually putting that into the Disney parks.
I'm like, that's such a great idea. I would go see that. I would definitely go see it. That'd be so much fun.
If I was with my family and my kids insisted and my wife threatened to withhold intimacy for the rest of our marriage if we didn't go, I would begrudgingly accept her proposal.
Yeah. But to tell you a funny story. When Hawkeye was coming out, I was taking a class in college on the Hamilton play, like the history of it and all that stuff. And so one of the people sends me an email going, going, have you seen this? And I go, yep.
And I'm just gonna make a quick segue to the film. Spoilers for Quantumania.
Yeah.
Kang was a complete overshot in terms of setting up a villain in Secret Wars.
The fact that you have your villain die every time and get defeated every time you see him doesn't really make for good villain, even if he's just different people.
And yeah, the very fact that you kill the one you call the variant you call Kang the Conqueror, I'm like, well, that doesn't work.
I mean, it would be one thing if like you defeat Kang, but his plan still kind of goes forward even to a little bit. Like sure, you may have defeated him, but his part in the plan still succeeded, to where killing him and defeating him is irrelevant because he's still going to accomplish his goals. So if they would have done that, that would have been cool, but that actually requires talent and writing. So,
Nerdman says, but keep Black Widow and Doctor Strange 2. The rest was garbage. Hawkeye was not garbage, Nerdman.
Hawkeye was good for what it was.
And a lot of these films do have positive stuff to them.
But
like, for example, She-Hulk, Daredevil being in She-Hulk is one of the few positive things you can say about that.
And by the way, Nerdman, Black Widow should never have been in Phase 4. It should have happened immediately after Civil War.
I would argue,
or in between Civil War and Infinity War, which is when it takes place.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's all you have to do. There you go. And the post-credit scene, since it wouldn't be her at the funeral, would be her rendezvous with Captain America.
And Miss Marvel wasn't bad, but
I thought it was good.
I could see how it wasn't a lot of people's cup of tea. It was mid to me. It was mid.
Yeah, okay.
I liked Ms. Marvel. I thought it was
Mid Marvel. That's good.
That is a Freudian slip if I ever heard one.
Mid Marvel. That was the perfect Freudian slip. About Kang should not be the villain.
By the way, that was a legitimate Freudian slip.
That was a legitimate one. I was like, was that intentional? Because I thought you liked it.
Did you see how my face reacted when you pointed out? Like, oh shit.
I was like, wait a second here. Mid Marvel. That's gonna go down in Comics League history.
Yes, clip that, please.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure Kang would.
I'm not sure under better writers probably could have worked. Like, honestly,
how about freaking Dr. Doom?
Well, it's they're trying to go for Secret Wars. They want to do a multiversal threat. Honestly, I feel like a better universal threat should have been better. Like maybe Galactus.
By the way, JJheat has the perfect line here. Captain Karen getting snubbed in her own film after multiple... Yeah, repeatedly, the movie is basically a Ms. Marvel movie, and Captain Marvel's like a side character in her own movie.
Also, they're bringing in the better Captain Marvel, a.k.a.
Yeah.
Oh, Monica Rambeau's definitely the better Captain Marvel.
And she was fantastic. I'm sorry.
She was the best part about WandaVision. They actually did a good time setting up the character. You like her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and David has a good choice.
Like, I'm sorry, she is.
How about Galactus as the main threat? Or
I just said that like 30 seconds ago.
Or here's a better one. So let's say in an alternate universe we keep Eternals. The Celestials show up.
You would need a good writer to pull that off.
Well, good writer, but I'm just saying the Celestials show up because they set that up in Eternals.
Because the thing with Galactus is. You need the Fantastic Four involved in order to get that working. Which, sure, you have the race of Fantastic Four, but you need to do at least 2 Fantastic Four movies in order to properly sub Galactus.
And by the way,
because the first Fantastic Four movie has to be either Doctor Doom or the Mole Man. Those are really only the first. Honestly, I think what it should be is Mole Man, Doctor Doom, Galactus.
Yeah, and by the way, David makes a good point. I think Kang can be the villain. They just have to stop having him get beat by everyone. Because I was like, how is Ant-Man gonna fight Kang?
I will give Quantumania this, because technically this was a cruise liner exclusive that got brought up to the theaters because of how Phase 4 was mismanaged.
Also, have you seen some of the Ant-Man cruise liner films? There's one where I saw one last night where he fought Ultron on his own and won.
Okay,
Ant-Man
that's not
single-handedly defeated Ultron. Let that sink in.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Again, this was a cruise liner film that got restructured into the MCU.
Also, the fact that they ruined MODOK. That itself is a crime.
What they should have done, they could still have the actor voice him and still have it be Chase, but they should have just kept the little face shield closed.
That
and the fact that it was like Alan Cross and like the setup for it where like he went in the quantum realm, his head didn't get, whatever. That's a fair enough setup. And the actor himself is properly menacing. Like, that actor is fully capable of doing a very menacing MODOK.
What they did in the movie,
they just turned him into comedic schlock.
Yeah. Did you remember in Ant-Man 1?
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Do you remember in Ant-Man 1 where Scott basically like shrank down and tore apart Yellow Jacket's suit? And then he vanished. That's how they explained that the whole large head, small arms.
Fair enough. You know,
I'm like, that works. That was one of the good parts about it. But if they just kept the face, because until they revealed the face, it was fine.
Honestly, it's the CG. It's not really. It's part of its design, but the CG is just so uncanny valley. It just does
on
not
the
work.
face. Yeah, that's why I say keep the face shield down.
And
because
really,
he had basically a skull face shield.
I mean, honestly, you mean like Mephisto? Like all the fan theory sites are desperately trying to like, oh look, Mephisto! Like honestly, all these like, fan theory sites. Oh my, like that. I'm sorry, that was the worst part of that series, and it wasn't really even the series' fault because I was actually like, it's like watch the episode, then go watch the fan theory people. Like, oh Mephisto. It got so bad there was actually a backlash against the show because like, oh, my crackpot fan theories didn't come
the one
true.
thing the one amount of backlash that I think the show deserved is setting up Ralph Bonner, but it's actually just actually having the Fox Quicksilver actor show up and then not doing anything with it.
That was a
that was a bit of a cock tease, I will admit.
That was the worst thing. And here's the way they explain it. Oh, we thought it'd be a fun cameo. What?
Here's what I would have done. I would have set it up as a double twist to where initially you think it's just Ralph Boner. Okay, and he thinks, but then it's revealed that he actually was brought, and then it's revealed like with the Agatha Harkness reveal that like he actually was brought from the Fox universe, and then Agatha basically reorganized his mind and made him believe he's Ralph Boner.
Yeah, that would have worked fine.
That would have been and that would have been perfectly in line with the series.
Oh, by the way, so the point when I got and by Nick, I agree with you on that one. That would have been fantastic. The point in Phase 4 when I started to think these people didn't know what the hell they were doing was in Black Widow, because the reason why they made Taskmaster a woman and like completely changed the characters because they said they couldn't figure out a way. The writer couldn't figure out how to get regular Taskmaster to be working with the Black Widows. And I say, first off, he does that all the time. And second off, he trains supervillain henchmen, just have him be an instructor and who's just there and they happen to contract him saying, can you also do this for us?
Here's how you do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Make him a male Russian, the brother of the guy who runs the Black Widow program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And basically have him, like, instead of it being a little girl, have it be a little boy who gets blown up, and basically he's been a mercenary this whole time.
And for the love of God, don't shut him up. Like, that's part of Taskmaster's charm.
Now, to be fair, this is not as bad.
It's honestly, it's such an easy fix. It is like
it's a really easy fix.
It is literally just like a cut. It's a Control C, Control V. Literally, it's that easy.
Just don't even do that and actually have the actual
boy to girl.
Yeah,
or write this line here.
Or
it's literally a 30-minute.
Or don't do that, and then just take and then just do the actual Taskmaster and have him be the instructor for Black Widow. They come up to him and say, "Hey, we have this problem. Can you go take care of this too?" Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out how to tie it in with the story. I'm sorry.
That's how you tie it in with the story.
That's why I made him the brother, and like in the explosion, it's like the little boy. Like it's just such an easy fix. Like
it's an easy fix. It's just so stupid. And also making Taskmaster a zombie, basically a zombie that doesn't speak. That's stupid. Oh, but is a Nemesis a better villain than I don't know who Nemesis
is. Depends on the story.
Are you talking about like the video game Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects?
I have
is
no
that
idea
what you're tying into? But like going back to Black Widow for a second, that movie actually had a great angle, like the whole sex trafficking thing.
Oh yeah,
honestly, and like the fact that this movie came out not too long after like Harvey Weinstein came, I think they actually put Harvey Weinstein, like pictures of him in the movie. That was genius, by the way.
Let me put it this way:
like this could have been Black Widow's like Winter Soldier, because like how Winter Soldier came out right after the what's the Snowden files came out, like 3 to 6 months before Winter Soldier, and it dealt with a similar topic, so it accidentally was like right on that hot button issue. Black Widow was the same thing. And like honestly, I just think like I just like the beginning of the movie, like set in the 90s, and they do the like really mournful Smells Like Teen Spirit, and they set like the opening. Oh my,
that opening credit sequence is incredible. And see, here's the thing. For the most part, the plot of that movie is actually pretty cool. Well, when they start blasting Red Guardian and calling the only male in the show in the movie an idiot, that's when I tend to like go, okay, I see what you're doing there. But for the most part, it was.
I mean, I think David Harbour as Red Guardian was fine. I like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great casting.
And the fact that he keeps lying about having fought Captain America, and they go, Captain America was in the ice. What the hell are you talking about?
Also, I liked how they teased Ursa Major.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
the first MCU mutant. The first MCU mutant.
Well, technically, it's Wanda, but
Well, the first one that is a mutant, because in the other one, because with Wanda, she wasn't a mutant.
Well, they just called her enhanced, but she's a mutant. She's gonna get retconned into a mutant eventually. We all know.
Oh yeah. Nemesis is a cosmic being in Marvel. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: if they want to do Secret Wars, they could literally set up Doctor Doom, have him get godlike powers, and then remake the world into the battle world.
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
You know what happened in Secret Wars that had a big impact on Spider-Man, right?
Miles Morales. Yeah, they could just bring in Miles.
No. The original Secret Wars is when he got his black suit.
Yes.
Like back in I think it was like the 70s or the 80s is when he got his original black suit.
Venom left a part of himself behind when he came into this world, and then was blinked out of it.
Yeah. I wonder.
I think we're gonna get a black suit Spider-Man at some point.
I think if they're gonna do Secret Wars, I mean, we're gonna get that. We will. I think if they're gonna do Secret Wars, I definitely think they're gonna use that as the opportunity for Black Suit Spider-Man, just because it happened. That's where it happened. I think doing it beforehand would be kind of stupid because it's like a waste. Like you're doing Secret Wars, that's when he gets a suit. It's like a great moment.
That was the problem. That was another one. And by the way, wait, yeah, I have to play the intro. Hang on, where is it? And it would
gotta dig through. Look,
I have to dig through my Zack Snyder Justice League clip. What's up, Sammy? And yes, I want Venom in Secret Wars. Yeah. Those movies are freaking dope. The Venom movies.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I agree.
I like they kind of fall under like the dumb fun kind of movies. Like they make just enough sense. Like actually, I feel like the plot of those movies hold together better than most Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, they're very simple movies.
Now,
the simplicity is actually, I say, its strength. The fact that like it's simple, but all the pieces just they go together. There's no stupid hand waving kind of thing needed.
Now let me ask you this: which Phase 5 project are you guys the most excited for? Because for me, it's got to be Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. What's the current slate of Phase 5?
Let me see. Oh, What do you think of the rumors that Ben Affleck is coming back as Daredevil?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Um,
All right, so for the
I'm trying to
Phase
think how they
5
could
slate,
do that. It'd have to be like a multiversal thing.
So for the Phase 5
Oh!
slate,
Actually,
hang
here's
on.
how they could do it.
So Phase 5 slate, the next movie is show is Secret Invasion.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so you know how the rumored Deadpool 3 is basically going to be Deadpool kills the Fox universe?
Kind
Pretty
of.
much.
That's how they could bring back Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I could totally see them doing that. I think, actually, no, what they're going to do is they're not just going to bring back Ben Affleck, but they're going to bring back
Oh, well, let me put it this way.
they're going to bring back Favreau as Foggy Nelson. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
And by the way, if it happens, I would love that. It'd be really ironic. Again, I just want, because the rumor is in Loki, they're going to bring in the Squadron Supreme. And I'm like,
They're not going to do it, bro. They're not.
I know they're not going to do it, but that would be the biggest FU to DC.
Also, if Henry Cavill does come to Marvel, he's going to be Captain Britain. They're not going to have him be Sentry. That is
True.
too symbol of Superman. I can see him being Captain Britain,
And
but Sentry is too
JJheat.
close to Superman. It is.
JJheat asked a question in the private chat, which was worse, MCU Taskmaster or X-Men Origins Deadpool? X-Men Origins Deadpool was way worse.
I would say Taskmaster, because at least Origins Deadpool turned into something great and better when it's used.
But
for, like,
wait,
really funny jokes.
The sword that goes into his arm like he's Wolverine.
To be
And
fair,
they
they
really
do
shut
they
the
do
mouth
explain
on
it in
that.
the movie. They basically turn him into a pool of dead mutants.
That's
you know,
such
like
a
the
bad.
Deadpool.
That's so stupid.
I'm not saying it's good, but at least in the movie it makes sense. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so we got a Secret Invasion, which I'm excited for because again,
Yep.
they could use this to bring back a lot of characters back from the dead, and they could just say a lot of those characters were Skrulls. It could happen. Look this way.
There's rumors they're bringing back Tony Stark, and I am against that.
Not in this. I don't think they would do it. If they were going to do it, it wouldn't be in this. It would be like in Secret Wars.
I don't agree with them bringing back Tony Stark because, like, yep, that I'm excited for.
Yeah, Guardians 3. No, this is going to get canceled.
Yeah, it's gonna get
Echo.
canceled.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the-
Loki 2, I think, will come out because Loki still has enough fan base and momentum. I think Loki 2 is going to come out. It's probably going to be okay.
okay.
I mean, the thing is
Remember,
that this
Loki-
they may
Loki's
not
really important for setting up Secret Wars.
Yeah,
so
and
I
they
will
may
see
not
Loki
cancel
movie.
this because this was already completely shot.
Mm.
So it could still come out.
So was
Probably
Batgirl.
just going to be something they just kind of crap onto the streaming services. be
Or
like,
it'll be indefinitely delayed.
I mean, who knows? They could pull a Batgirl on it.
Yeah, that's true. Loki season 2, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. The Marvels, not excited for because Brie Larson.
I'm going to be honest. I might go see the Marvels because 2 out of the 3 characters I care about.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a better
Like,
version.
That just surprises me.
No,
Get
no.
out of here.
Too
absolutely
easy
not.
of a joke. Too easy.
Already
of a joke.
canceled. Already canceled. Yes.
The
I
main
still have a
reason
bone to
She-Hulk
pick with that.
exists.
Okay, I know I get crap on this for a while, but they did Daredevil Born Again in season 3 of the Netflix. I don't care what excuses you're using. They literally did this in season 3 of Daredevil. Was Born Again. It
But
was
that's
that
not canon
storyline.
to the MCU.
I don't care what excuses people give. The last time, because the thing is, it's the same actor, very similar suit. There will be confusion because it's a very similar suit. It's the same actor. He's literally playing the character the same way he did before.
Okay.
It is unreasonable to expect people not to think the Netflix shows at least have some impact.
And by the way, yes, I'm very excited for Captain America: New World Order. I think it's gonna be great.
I'll give Falcon Cap a chance, but if he's anything like
I'm on the fence. It has the potential to be very cringy, honestly.
Mhm.
I'll give him a chance.
Thunderbolts is their Suicide Squad.
Although the thing is that rumor has it that that a rumored plot for this was going to be they were going to bring back Steve and have Steve confront the racism in America. And I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
I mean, you already. I mean, it's one thing to have Sam Wilson do that because at least
that makes sense.
Yeah, and he's already kind of been doing that, so it's like it's already a storyline that's kind of been set up, Because let's be honest, one of the plot lines for Hawkeye and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye was being Captain America while black. Like that was one of the plot lines. He was a conflict in him, so doing that as Sam, I think, is a natural extension of the story.
Thunderbolts I like, particularly when you look at the lineup, because you have U.S. Agent, Bucky Barnes, Yelena. Ghost, I'm like, no. Taskmaster, hell no. And Red Guardian, yes.
Also, like, I don't like that they recasted. I mean, they had to. Oh.
What's up, Nicotina? What's up, dude?
Get in here, Rob. Get in here.
Get in here.
You want to Thunderbolt Ross as Red Hulk? I am satisfied.
Yeah, they're gonna have that. And by the way, wait, and yes, do this. Thank you. Hulk smash that like button. By the way, I want to see Punisher Ghost Rider. Oh yes, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yes.
I don't want to see Punisher in the MCU
anywhere near this.
I'm sorry, but like
they'll destroy him.
John Bernthal's acting can only do so much. Like John Bernthal was an amazing Punisher, but I'm sorry. But like he's not going to be the same character. And
the other thing is, if let's say they do bring in the Punisher, they're going to turn him into a sociopath because he uses guns.
And he's going to wear the other symbol.
Yeah. The other symbol that no one likes.
I could see them doing Ghost Rider, even if it's Robbie Reyes. Actually, I think Robbie Reyes.
I'd be fine with that. I like Robbie.
Shield.
And I don't get why I don't bring in Punisher and Ghost Rider to the MCU. Just make the Midnight Suns. Because David, they will destroy the Punisher. Look at the weapons that Punisher uses, and look at the current political setup of Marvel.
They're going to use
Studios.
the recent Ninja Punisher version, which has nothing that like what they like about people like about the Punisher. It is nothing like the character people love.
And if you want to, and by the way, if you want to hear about what's so special with the Punisher, you can go to Nick and I's interview with Mike Barron that we did a little while back.
I was literally thinking about that interview when I was forming my arguments.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's true. They might bring in a non-binary Punisher. Yeah, probably.
I could see Ghost Rider working fine in this environment. Like,
he could.
Like even if like I said, even if it's just Robbie Reyes version, you want that person of color, bam, Robbie Reyes, you're good.
Plus,
whatever.
People like. Plus, Robbie Reyes is one of the all new, all different characters that actually people like. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that.
Speaking of Deadpool 3, David, I really want Nicolas Cage to come back as Ghost Rider. Just for like
Jesus, that'd be so good. No,
and the thing is, I guarantee you Nick Cage would do it.
Hang on.
Nick Cage is like, is this a paying job? Yes. Then I'm in.
Hang on, I have to address this. Yeah. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, Sammy. We're just saying they would completely change the character in order to create. Yeah, well, can kill people all the same. That is true. A gun still works, but you see, here's the thing. The Punisher. Hang on.
Jared, just walk away. Just walk away.
Let me say one thing. The Punisher is Frank Castle. But go ahead. Okay.
Here's the problem. None of the people on this panel, and I feel very confident in speaking what I'm about to say. None of the people on this panel really have a problem with like a gay character, trans character, whatever. The problem is that instead of creating new characters and putting in they put in the work to make Miles Morales a popular character, and it's now paying off. But the problem is you have these characters where they take over mantles of characters people live, like Ironheart, or they made Elektra Daredevil. It's like these characters that can't stand on their own, so they have to wear the skin suit of like a more popular character, or like X-23. She had her own brand, but they made her Wolverine.
And in a way, you could think about that. They make new characters, but
cis characters will accept them. Like cis characters, people have accepted Miles Morales.
Look at Dreamer. And yes, Miles Morales.
Catwoman.
It's just you have to have
Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman. It's just what you have to have. Evolving a character is fine, but true. But why would Frank? Here's the thing. Why would Frank Castle all of a sudden just say I'm non-binary now? that particular part doesn't work with his character though, because Frank
Or like
Yeah, go ahead.
take for example, for example, you have a character who for 30, 40, 50 years is known to be one way, and then you completely flip on his character. Take Iceman, for example. He was a stereotypical, like a ladies' man. He was straight. Or take Tim Drake. These characters. People don't suddenly decide they're gay. People don't suddenly decide they're trans. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was literally they were born this way. It's who they are. Like, you can't help being trans. You can't help being gay. It's literally a part of who you are. It's not a fashion suit you wear. It's your lifestyle. It's who you are.
Okay, so
I mean,
moving on to another
Tim Drake.
back to the topic, but wait, we have one more project that's maybe coming out. I say maybe because Blade.
Yeah, that one is
I will
not
die
gonna
on
come
this
out.
hill. The Wesley Snipes Blade movies are better than anything MCU will put out.
Mhm.
I could be wrong.
The last thing I will say on this is that Frank literally doesn't. That's not a concern for Frank would make. If Frank all of a sudden started addressing his own sexual orientation, it'd be very out of character for him.
Yeah, not everything needs to be about what's under your pants. Not everything needs to be about whose lips you smack. Not everything needs to be about your sexuality.
And by the way, Sammy,
not everything needs to be about your identity. I mean, honestly, what we really need are characters who kick butt, but just who are gay, who are trans or whatever. Like, for example, Arrow. I brought this up. Mr. Terrific was gay. And it was just, or like the chief of police in Flash was gay. He even had no, in the Flash.
Oh,
Yeah, Batwoman is another good example in the comics. These characters, the sexuality is a part of their character, but it's not their defining trait. And this is a problem I've had with a lot of these characters, where their sexuality is their defining trait. It is literally the only thing about the character that is differentiates them from anything else.
And yes, Sammy, I agree with you on this. We're just
saying, and I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, 100%. We're on your side on this. What we're saying is that, well, first off, the only thing I disagree with you on Snyder Queen is that cis fans won't accept these characters because you have like Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Batwoman, Icon. Let's see who
North
else?
Star.
Miles Morales, North Star. There's plenty. Like, look at Chris Claremont's entire X-Men run.
Look at the boys. Like, they had a gay Wonder Woman character, Queen Maeve.
And look at Chris Claremont's entire X-Men run. So the way it works is that you have to have talented writers, and there's a lot of and unfortunately, the reason why that perception exists is because a lot of these writers don't know how to write characters, and then they blame the fans, saying you just don't want this.
Oh, to answer your comment, Brown Destroyer.
And
as
by the way,
as Apollo is an interesting character, I don't care.
Yeah,
if he's gay, I don't care. Just make him interesting. Make him a cool character.
As long as you stick to the way he was in the comics, totally fine with that. Because guess what? I don't care about a character's sexuality. If they're a good character, that's fine.
See, the problem that and possibly, I'm not going to speak for you guys in this one, but like the problem that I and a lot of other people have is we don't hate LGBT characters. We hate lazy cash grab characters.
A general audience that doesn't know who Apollo is, but
that's what the movies are for.
That's what the movies are for.
Nobody knew who
Guardians.
Katana, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Iron Man. No one knew who Iron Man or Captain America were. No, in the general audience. Here's the. Yeah, but here's the thing. Yes, that may be true, but if the movie is written right, it doesn't necessarily have to be 100% comic accurate. As long as the movie is written well, the audience will accept that character.
Didn't know who Miles Morales was before Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and guess what? He's now seen
before that movie.
He's now seen as Spider-Man to some people, and I'm like, okay, fine, that's cool.
Yeah, like Peter Parker is still number one, but Miles is number two, and it's actually a fairly close number two. Like, I mean, there's an entire group of people who prefer Miles over Spider-Man.
That's fine.
You know what? That is perfectly fine.
That's cool. Just like what you like. I could care less. I could 100% care less. If people knew who Iron Man was, well, actually, here's the thing, Sammy.
He was a D-list character before the movie.
Nick, I'll take this. I'll take this because back in the day when they announced Iron Man, they had to convince people that Iron Man was not a robot. And what I mean by
Spider-Man. He is not the Spider-Man. He is a Spider-Man.
Well,
just like there's Spider-Man,
to some people,
like Spider-Man 29, and to people who he is Spider-Man. Okay, he is your Spider-Man. Just like Dick Grayson is my Robin. You know, we all have our preferences.
To some people, he is the Spider-Man, and that's totally fine because Miles is one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. He is one of the coolest characters ever. Stan Lee said the best thing about Spider-Man is anyone can be. Yes, 100%, and Miles is the example of that. But you have to have good writers. That's what we're saying. The character.
The thing about Spider-Man
because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me finish this, Nick. Because here's the thing. 100%, I agree with Stan Lee on this. You just have to have, because there's no such thing, at least in my opinion, as a bad character. There's just bad writers. 100%.
And the problem is, yes, you can put anyone under that mask. But the problem is, if that person under that mask is written poorly, no one will care. Like, for example, Miles Morales was written poorly for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until he kind of got more of his more recent revamp that people started taking advantage. Because, like, I actually like Miles Morales because his origin is similar but very different. It's more contemporary. And, yeah, it appeals to certain people, and that's great.
And by the way, and Sammy, 100%, this is an important conversation to have, and we can have our disagreements. But you know what? Here's the thing about Snyder Queen. She's pretty much a co-host because she's here all the time.
Snyder Queen, please don't take anything I say as disrespect. I'm very strong about my opinions, but I say them with respect. So,
and there's one more thing I will say. Good. I'm fine with anyone having their own seeing themselves in these characters. That is 100%. That's the way it should be. Honestly, that's the way it should be. The problem is that the way I see it, changing a character to reflect diversity is an insult to the already established characters, because you're saying that those characters aren't good enough, like Miles, like Icon, like Apollo, like Midnighter, like
you want to gay Spider-Man? Marvel. Introduce a new character who is a spider character who's gay.
And there is Spider-Verse. There is, and they have done that. Here's an example: Dreamer. She's getting her own comic. She became so popular in the Supergirl show. They gave her own comic. How's that? There you go. It takes time, but if you put in the time and effort, then it's significantly more likely that the general audience. Hang on. If you put in the work, then the general audience is significantly more likely to adopt these characters.
I was waiting for you to so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt you again.
I think disagreeing with some points, i.e., how we go and accept ourselves all the time, and nothing comes to us day one. It took a majority of my life to being me. Hey, yeah.
And you know what's not a queen? I am happy that you accept yourself. I am happy. You are an awesome person, and I'm going to say it right now. I love you. Okay?
Oh yeah. Heck, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't be constantly inviting you on my panels. So let's face it.
One of these days we'll lure her on. I mean, if we have to get Gal Gadot on the stream, that might have to be it.
Or Zack Snyder will probably do it. Midnighter is such a cool character. I'm reading Authority right now. Midnighter is a badass. He infiltrates a fortress and starts really torturing people. It's so dope. Like when we talked about the Obi-Wan stuff and people say he would never. It's like shit. I didn't think it's so easy to think he's the same.
And yes, sure, we agree on a lot of the Obi-Wan stuff, but that doesn't make either of our opinions invalid. You have your opinion, I have mine. Even if they are directly opposed to each other, both of our opinions are valid. That is 100%.
As long as you approach it in a very civil way, in a very calm way, don't call each other names, and don't resort to ad hominem attacks, I believe you can have any conversation about anything.
I'm going to call Snyder Queen a name. She's an awesome person.
Oh yeah, there you go. She's the A word, right?
Yes, I'm calling her names right now. She's an awesome, beautiful person.
Yeah, there you go.
There's your name calling for you.
There you go. Yeah, I know. There you go.
I'm sorry. I had to subvert your expectations.
Oh, here's one more. Here's one more example of a fantastic character done partly for diversity reasons. But who's my favorite Green Lantern, Nick?
Jessica Cruz.
Okay. Thank you.
You have
And by the way, exactly. Because here's what they did with her. Fantastic writing. The Jeff Johns on those. They made it so she wasn't just another like Hal Jordan clone. She actually had her own struggles that made it very compelling.
I do want to say this though.
Mm-hmm.
There are some times where they make kind of like a shift in a character's like personality and their sexuality, and sometimes it makes sense.
Like Harley?
Harley Quinn. That's exactly what I was going to bring up, because like they were really like honestly, you could argue that like
that was
Harley.
That was actually set up in the animated show, I thought.
Well, yeah, you could say that they were coded to be a lesbian couple in Batman the Animated Series. Like you could argue that like that's what they were, but like they couldn't do that on that television. So it's like, but the fact that like they had that kind of relationship as early as even before she was introduced in the comics, it makes sense that they kind of shifted to that.
And by the way, Brown, yeah, I liked her in the new 52 design with the longer hair a lot more than I do in that version. And by the way, Dave the Impaler makes a good point. Yes, great character, and she was created by Ethan Van Sciver.
Someone with actual talent.
And someone that has been labeled a racist and a bigot, even though he's created so many. By the way, I would love. Here's a great idea. I'm going to pitch you a movie, Snyder Queen, a cross-country road trip. It could be a series that's just Harley and Ivy getting into shenanigans.
Margot Robbie and Eva Green. Excuse me a moment.
There you go. Also, we start hearing some smacking behind the screen. Yeah. We know what Nick's doing there.
You knew exactly what
I knew exactly. And by the way, yes, the Harley TV show is good. I skipped the Valentine's Day episode because the trailer just made it look like
way too raunchy.
Porno. It was way too raunchy for me. So I'm like, it was too much for me. So I'm just going to skip that part. But besides that, I like the show. She gave no F's and straight up murdered the Fatal Five in that movie, though. Yeah, that was freaking dope. I love that. And I think it's the only ongoing DC TV show in the moment right now. But okay, let's move on to our next topic. So Tim Drake. So we're gonna fix Tim Drake because part of the issue with this character.
The one way you fix it is by not having him be gay.
Okay.
You've been holding in that one, haven't you?
You've been holding in that one. You don't necessarily have to do that. But to see, the thing is that the problem, Tim Drake has had a distinct problem since like the Grant Morrison run of Batman.
The problem is that he's gay.
Okay.
Get him out.
Nick's opinions do not reflect the opinions of Comics League. Okay. I have to put that disclaimer on there. But anyway. But anyway, so what I'm saying, Jesus. So I'm saying is, what was it? Okay.
David, I'm sorry. I'm holding back after what you said. Like, I'm really trying to hold back now.
Thank you. But anyway, so the problem with Tim Drake is he's always been yeah, exactly. Again, his opinions do not reflect my stuff. I'm going to bed again.
Oh, okay. I feel bad now.
We'll see you, Sam. We'll see you, Sammy. We love you, Snyder Queen.
I scared her away.
I'll give you another clip because we love you so much. Hang on. Where's a really good one? Oh, here we go. That is a live clip of Snyder Queen with her Screecher copy. But anyway. But anyway, so the thing about Tim Drake is that he's always been the redundant Robin since Damian took over as the Batman and Robin. In other words, is what I'm talking about.
2009 onward, basically.
2009 onward is when he really, because here's the thing: even when he wasn't with Batman, he was still Robin, and then Brian Michael Bendis had the absolute stupidest idea to make him his new call sign, Drake.
That is like right up there with like Agent Grayson.
Well, this is the same man who created Ironheart, and I am not going to say that. If you know, you know.
I swear, JJheat, what I want to see is on Twitter, if when someone's watches the Ironheart show, if it comes out, when they go, okay, I can't believe Marvel made this show. I just Googled Ironheart and the wrong show came up.
Like Dave, like he did actually, like I will say the post Battle for the Call storyline was actually really good.
Mhm.
Where like he was in Europe searching for Batman, dealing with League of Assassins. The fact that like Ra's al Ghul, Rachel Ghul called him detective, which let's be honest here, that's earned because Tim has always been the best, better detectives with the two.
Tim Drake never caught on as Red Robin because as much as Grayson is about as much as Grayson's Nightwing, Tim needed a big storyline. Tim needed a big storyline or fantastic run as Red Robin to cement the character, which I will say the problem
is literally in the name. You called him Red Robin, like Nightwing. That is
nice.
Like it's unique enough to be its own thing, but it does kind of like hearken you to like the Red Robin. It's just like a variant. It's like a variant of Robin. He's a Red Robin,
and it's a hand me down from Kingdom Come.
Here's a question, by the way.
Which was originally Dick Grayson's title, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you also
hang on, I wasn't done yet.
No, I got to say this first. In his original suit was actually the Kingdom Come suit, by the way.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this. Let's give Tim Drake his own unique identity. So, what do you want to do for a name? Let's say we don't want him as. By the way,
related.
By the way, every Robin is red. That's true. Oh, and it's the name of a chain restaurant. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Scott Lobdell got the idea.
Red Robin. Like, it's just like, okay, what are we gonna call him? And then like they literally look up, they literally look down at the signs, like, oh, we'll call him this.
They're eating Red Robin, and then Scott Lobdell looks down at his bag and he goes, "How about this?"
Would not put it past him.
But okay, so what identity do you want to?
Something bird related, and it can't be Red Wing.
Sparrow.
One that's
no. We can't use Falcon,
and it can't be Red Wing because that is literally the name of a hockey team. Go Wings, Detroit Red Wings,
and it's the name of Falcon's Falcon.
And it's an activity that guys do when their women are on their trouble.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, Nick. We, again, PG-13.
The Red Wings.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so.
I really need to start making videos where it's just me and Nick. That way I can keep his depravity away from Comics League.
I mean, to be fair, this is Comics League After Dark.
No, but the same rules still apply. So,
but in all seriousness, I would go with something like Cardinal or Falcon would be an ideal choice. But
no.
We're not dealing with the lawsuits.
A certain amount that like each company can rub off each other, like a full-on name.
We're getting into the power and Marvel editorial doesn't even use Falcon anymore. He's Falcon Cap.
He's Captain America, JJheat.
Okay, Captain America.
But I'm thinking of like, so you got like Nightwing, which is obviously got the Knight, who's part of the Batman, and the Wing is like the Robin. So if we were to combine two words, Red Tail.
No,
actually that might work. Because you got the color and then you got the tail.
I got it. Danger Duck.
Boot him off. At that point, let's just call him Darkwing Duck. Let's
He's the Bat Duck.
Let's
Brown. We need to ban Brown Destroyer right now for his comment.
What's wrong with
that? Sounds like a bad 80s spoof movie. Night Eagle.
That's the type of stuff you'll find on YouTube for like free.
I don't know, Red Tail. I kind of like it. I'm kind of digging that one.
I'm not a Red Tail person. It just sounds it sounds too
what do you
because
think?
It has to be bird related. Remember?
No, Red Tail.
Tail is a type of bird.
Well, actually, here's the thing. If it's a black character that's a Robin variant, it would be Red Tail would better suit him because the Red Tails were a all black unit of pilots during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think that name would be better suited to like a Black Robin variant.
For Duke Thomas.
Maybe, Duke Thomas. There you go.
I don't know that character, but if that's what you're suggesting, then sure.
It's the character in Scott Snyder's run that was basically Robin, but not Robin.
Then he should be Red Tail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Red Sparrow.
No, that was a bad Jennifer Lawrence movie.
It really sucks. You can't call him an owl. Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe you could call him Screecher.
But he doesn't screech.
You would literally license your hero name if they did that?
Nick, that would work if he were a derivative character of Black Canary.
It could work.
Again, if you were a derivative character for Black Canary, it doesn't work.
Oh, just watch. In 5 to 10 years' time, when Warner Brothers buys out the Phoenix Press, and all of a sudden you start seeing Screecher showing up in Gotham.
Do you really want Warner Brothers in charge of your IP, dude?
Depends on how much they're paying me and if I'm ready to retire.
After what happened to Tim Drake and Chuck Norris, do you really want to take that gamble?
Dude.
Again, if they're paying me enough and I'm ready to move on, like if I'm ready to cash out and the price is right, I'll sell it to Disney.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Not gonna lie, that's a safer bet.
Like, I'm sorry, but if Warner Brothers or Disney offers me like $500 or $1 billion for my characters, I would take that deal, and so would you.
By the way, also he needs to join a team and distance himself from Gotham. Yeah, I could see him on the Teen Titans. Just put him on the Teen Titans.
Yeah, I always saw Tim as like the
And Brown Destroyer, Canary Knight doesn't work.
No,
that would be kind of like Stephanie's or Stephanie Brown or Carrie Kelly's designation.
And no, honestly. Dark Canary, it's too close to Black Canary.
Okay. Oh, this is a hard one. Not Perseus. Perseus?
They already had a villain named Prometheus. They could probably make that work. See, the thing is, it doesn't have to be bird related because we got Nightwing.
Well, Nightwing is bird related because of the wing portion.
Okay, hold on.
Because like the Night is like Dark Knight, it relates to Batman. Then Wing,
Red Crow.
No. Also, people think it's like a new variation of the Crow.
I don't know why this is so hard.
Also, Crow Tech slaps. There's your Rick and Morty reference.
Bird-themed hero names.
Here's another one.
Bat.
Red Bat.
No, that's even worse than Red Robin, honestly.
Night Owl.
That's a Marvel character. Actually,
no, I think actually that is a Batman variant.
Wait.
Actually, I could see that.
That's
working.
an Earth 3. That's Earth 3 Batman.
I thought that was Owlman.
Or wait,
but what if Tim Drake takes Night Owl as his persona in Earth 1? That could work.
Owlman? Tim Drake is Owlman?
That'd be interesting. I could see that.
Here's the storyline. Here's your storyline for you. Tim Drake gets kidnapped by the Court of Owls, and they brainwash him into being a Talon. And you got like this whole kind of like Winter Soldier storyline. And Tim Drake is always getting brainwashed, by the way. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But they break the brainwashing, so he becomes Night Owl. Because like he was Talon, now he's Night Owl.
That works.
By the way, that would actually be a really good story.
It would actually.
It would.
But
okay.
We'll go with Owlman, and we'll put or like Night Owl.
I don't know. Night Owl just seems better.
Night Owl, and we'll put. We can't call him Talon for obvious reasons.
But
wait, why not? Why not?
Because Talon is a part of the Court of Owls.
But what
and brand confusion.
Friggin'. Night Owl, then. That's my vote.
Okay, but how will we change Tim to make him more distinct? Because even if you get him a new name,
Night Owl, give him Night Owl, and maybe make him like more brutal, a little more brutal, but not as brutal as Red Hood.
Well, what you can do is you can make him like the most analytical and the one that's most likely to think to overthink a problem because he's known as the greatest detective.
Oh, imagine a crossover series of him and the Question.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. Red Knight. All right, we're staying with Night Owl. We're staying with Night Owl. That's the name.
Okay, a Night Owl Stephanie, a Night Owl spoiler book.
Oh,
What would
and
be our
he's
first
getting
story?
back with Stephanie. That's what we would immediately do. Would say Bernard. He gets like killed somewhere, or something like that, or like they break up.
And then Stephanie takes the name Red Sparrow.
Yes, that works. Oh, what we'll do for payback is we'll first off make Megan Fitzmartin write it as payback, and then we'll tell her you have to break the up Tim and Bernard off panel.
You do realize she'll just throw a tantrum like she did in Dark Crisis Young Justice. Do you really want to take that gamble?
No, what you do is you assign her an editor that's not going to take her BS.
The editorial. So I
And-
would go, if you want to continue to write comics for DC, you have to do it this way. You're done.
Like, not only will you be fired from this book, but you will never work for the big two again.
Yeah, and then she'll do it, and then I'll say, okay, you're still fired because of your
Also-
interactions with the fans.
You know all those like all the hissy fits you've been doing internally that we've been covering up. Yeah, so that's going to be leaked to the press, and you're going to be labeled a very toxic person. So,
And then, by the way, if you try and go on to Twitter and like complain about us being sexist for firing you, we will go on to Twitter on the official Marvel Twitter page and actually say, "Here's what actually happened." That's what I think they should do.
Mhm. Like, how would you like major outlets calling you toxic because the like they may these outlets. They may follow the whims, but they follow our advertising dollars more.
Trust me, they'll follow our side if they
What
still
Disney
want to
says
continue.
is what the journalist does.
Yeah, exactly. If they still want to get free copies of comic books
And
they'll-
access.
Mhm. And
Access
they'll do it.
journalism. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, there you go. Trust me.
It's like we'll just threaten to revoke their annual passes.
Mhm.
Well, they were
All
going to do.
online
In this case, in this case, we're working in DC, guys. We can't revoke annual passes.
Fine,
Now,
we'll revoke their universal fast passes.
All right.
We'll just say you can't, or what we'll do is we'll say you're going to write the most inconsequential Marvel character ever. We're going to give you a small street level kid.
You're gonna write a 12-part Condiment King miniseries.
That's just cruel.
Where you can't and you can't change his sexuality or anything like that, because I know you like to do that as a gimmick
If
and as
I
a
even
shield.
so much as hear that he squirts Dijon mustard instead of regular mustard, you are done.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Szechuan sauce?
I can't believe I just said that. That is not a sentence I never thought I'd ever say.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well done, Nick. All right, hold up.
I bet you were like, okay.
Ooh. Raptors.
That's too similar to a
Well,
Nightwing.
here's the thing, Nick. This is what I think they should have given Laura Kenny at Marvel for her call sign instead of Wolverine, Raptor, if they didn't want to go X-23.
Now that would have worked.
Because she has the toe claw, too.
That would have
Well,
worked.
what about calling her Badger?
There's
No,
already
that-
a Badger character.
Crap. I don't know. Like, I would actually make it like some sort of other like mammal, like kind of similar to like the Wolverine, because like Raptor and Wolverine are very far apart in terms of animals.
Is
Yeah,
Fury taken in Marvel, or is that a brand, or does that lead to a brand dispute? Because I feel like Fury.
I
could've
think it
worked.
would. I think it would because Nick Fury,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and plus the female
Also, Jinx
Furies
Yomi
exist
took,
in DC,
JJheat.
or Condor.
I think there's a
Uh,
character named Condor in like Marvel or DC.
I think there is. And by the way, yeah, we can't do Furies because Furies are the Apocalypse Furies. But anyway, so back to this. We're done with the names. We're going with Night Owl. But so and then ultimately he would become like, I think, the
Also, I
Detective
just want to say
Robin.
this though. X-23 is perfectly fine enough a name for her. I think that is, I don't see the need to change X-23.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's a
agree.
great name. It gets you your X, so you get your X-Men tie-in, X-23. So it's like, like it's kind of like the experiments, because you tie into like the Wolverine experiments. What was Wolverine? Was he X-13 or something?
X.
He was X. He was
He was
just
X.
X.
X
No, I
is
think he had a number tattoo to him.
No,
Weapon X.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
X is a Roman
So yeah,
numeral.
it's like because like there were numbered X experiments.
Yeah, there was, but it was all Roman numerals.
Jared, you don't get the joke.
No, I know what I know the joke he's going for.
So I think X23, I think it just works because it's just whatever.
I mean, look this way. There was no reason to change it because I think X23 in itself sounds badass, but that's besides.
Mhm.
Well, who
that's
would you
fine.
say was the better clone, Connor Kent or X23?
Connor, because she was he was at least he had different powers than Superman, and you had the whole he's a clone of Lex Luthor too, so we had to go through that whole experience of like self-discovery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Night Owl was a Watchmen character, so yeah, they could very easily have Night Owl be one of the Robins. I think.
Yeah, and
Even
again,
if you give him the Night Owl outfit too.
yeah, and then again, he would just be like the detective. Essentially, you would turn him into the Robin who is the detective, because so far you don't have anyone that's really the detective.
Yeah,
Hold
'cause,
on.
like,
Of the four.
The basically the difference between Richard and Tim was like Richard was a better fighter.
Mhm.
Tim was a better detective.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Dave the Impaler's comment.
Also, JJheat, yes.
Red X, hell yeah. I think I could see doing it as Daniel flying around in a ship called the Archimedes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yes, and JJheat
he'd
put
have
the
to have an
private
encounter
chat,
with the Watchmen version first, but that
True.
can be easily rearranged.
and then JJheat has a comment in the private chat. He says, "How about Red X?" Yes,
Didn't they
please.
introduce Red X into the DC Comics like a few years ago?
No,
They did. Well, it was in a book that we like to pretend that it doesn't exist. And by the
I
way,
can
Black Condor is the male version of Earth 3 Black Canary.
I can see them easily giving the Red X identity to Tim, and I think that would fit him perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's stealthy. He doesn't actively engage in combat that much. He can make it work with a
It's a
good
very
fighting.
tech-based kind of thing, but like that fits, Tim. I think.
He can make it work.
Richard doesn't really need many tech gadgets because he's very like agile and a fighter.
Athletic. I've never seen him use any tech gadgets except for his Eskrima sticks.
And his Scrotum 6 often have the electricity with them,
Mhm.
and then like he sometimes have like the track. He has very basic tech.
Because he doesn't need it.
He has like the grappling hook to traverse. Like you said, he's acrobatic and he's got, he's a good fighter.
And Damien is basically a walking arsenal.
Nah, what would be a good code name change for Damien once he branches out? I was gonna go with Arsenal, but
Yeah, you don't want to do that unless you want to make him
no,
also a drug
that is-
addict.
well, no, Arsenal is literally
But it's Roy Harper. You can't take
that's
that.
his code name. That's his active code name. Dark Prince. I could see that
Terminus?
being like an epitaph, like a subtitle. It's like Damien the Dark Prince. But
Mhm.
as being that as a superhero name, I'm not sure if that works. But as like a subtitle, like as a kind of thing.
It's kind of like Ra's al Ghul, the demon. It's Damon Wayne, Dark Prince.
the ghost of the
Black
demon.
Black Demon. I just don't want to assign the word red to everything. I feel like that kind of gets redundant after a while.
We store the red verse.
No, this is one verse that will not be restored.
But the son of the demon, exactly.
Literally.
Actually,
The ghost of
here's-
Nanda Parbat. Ooh, that's interesting.
No. No, here's what you do. He's called Dark Knight.
No.
No. The Dark Knight is just one of Batman's
Many
like
synonyms.
the Man of Steel. So what Damien does is he takes that and takes it as his own name is the Dark Knight or Dark Knight.
Brand confusion.
No,
Why does your logic always have to be so solid?
Because guess what? You go up to anyone. Okay, so which DC Comics character is the Dark Knight? Batman.
Yeah, I mean, you got me
It's
there.
not- It's a good idea, Nick. On paper, it sounds like a good old idea. I'll give you that. But in execution, that won't work if we're trying to make him not a derivative of Batman.
I got it. Lazarus.
Ooh. Okay,
can see
I
that.
dig that. I dig that. That is cool. And
Like he needs to be
Nick.
revived at the Lazarus Pit again, and then he takes that name.
Yes, but going back to the Superman Man of Steel, the difference is that when they had John Henry Irons, he was just Steel. He wasn't called Man of Steel.
To be fair, during the original Death Superman run, he was Superman. It wasn't until like the third act that Superman gave him that nickname Steel. Like he was Superman at first, but
Did
like,
they call him Superman?
Yeah, because remember the World Without Superman, you had like these 4 different characters. By the way, I don't know if you realize this, because there's 4 different Superman books at the time. Each book got their own Superman character, and the thing with the middle arc is who's going to be the next Superman.
Yeah.
And Steel
which one is the real
them.
one?
Or who's the real one, or who's just going to be the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It's all. And so during the Return of Superman arc, which is like the third part, Superman gives like he says, Lulu just says, "Hey, can I just call you Steel?" Because it was just getting confusing. Mm-hmm. And that's when he gets that moniker.
And they probably did that from a business perspective, saying, "Okay, brand confusion. We have to make ooh."
I don't know. That's too long. Lazarus is great.
It could work.
Like one word. As like a Dark Knight kind of thing, but like just like Lazarus, it's short, it's sweet, it's sexy. I'm all for that, but Night of Lazarus, it's too long.
Now Dave has a good point. If Hawkeye didn't take this name, Ronin could have worked really well.
Oh my God, yes.
But
only if Damian was going rogue and he was not part of the Bat family.
Because
a Ronin is literally a samurai without a master. And so if Damian was like, just doing his own thing outside the Bat family, then the Ronin name would have been perfect. Like he's
that's in character, so it makes sense he would go for that. But anyway, so yeah, I think we pretty much fixed Tim Drake. We have one more topic we have to get to. DC Solicitations. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a list of those, and we're going to go through them. These are the solicitations for May. All right. So we got here is Tom Taylor's Teen Titans.
I like that cover.
And Nicholas Scott, baby. And I like that lineup. I
really like that cover. I would have that as a poster.
And I like the lineup, too. Look at that lineup.
It is basically classic Marv Wolfman lineup.
Mm-hmm. So I like that. That's like an okay cover. I like the top one most. I'm not a big fan of this one.
This one's not bad.
Not bad. This one I like, by Dan Mora.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Dan Mora's art.
You cannot go wrong with Dan Mora's art. Exactly. So it's like the Dark Crisis is over and the Justice League is no more. And now a new team must rise and protect Earth. Titans go until the Justice League inevitably returns, because they're going to have a Justice League be the team. The Teen Titans are ready to grow up. Each member joined as a much younger hero. But I'm pretty sure that they're just going to call themselves the Titans. They're not going to go Teen Titans.
Yeah, because like the Titans is always the name they take once they grow up. Because remember, there was a Titans book in like the 90s and 2000s, which, by the way, was actually very good.
And Shazam by Mark Waid and
that middle cover, go down. That cover is really good.
Yeah, I like that one. That was cool.
I like the use of like the shading on his muscles.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
Yeah, and this is Mark Waid and Dan Mora.
Ew,
I like that
Mark
one.
Waid, ew.
Yeah, but it's Dan Mora, and it's going back to like the original. In other words, it's only gonna be one. I think they're getting rid of the Shazam family. So that's interesting. And they're basically having him team up with Wonder Woman, which makes sense because of the movie.
Yeah.
We also have Green Lantern.
I like that cover.
That's cover.
That's a movie poster cover right there.
This is a movie poster, baby. Oh my gosh.
Every bit.
Yeah.
I like this one too, by Ivan Reyes. That one's cool.
Yeah, not bad.
Sinestro undercover. I like that one with the leather jacket.
Yeah.
This one's not bad. I like how even his construct flowers are wilting.
Has Hal and Carol ever really worked in a main continuity story?
Yep. Pre-New 52, baby. Who's writing Green Lantern? Let's see. I like this one.
Oh, I like that one. It's got kind of like an old school look to it.
This
it looks like a 60s.
He's being written by Jeremy Adams.
I hate he's not in the Flash anymore, but I think this is a good step up.
And the Jon Stewart series is now a backup to Hal Jordan. And they're not going back and forth. They really took it away from Mariko Tamaki and gave it to Philip Kennedy Johnson. So I'm like, thank you. That's the good way to do this. Look at that Batman cover.
Oh,
look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
and that's a nice Superman cover.
Nice framing. I like it.
Oh, that is just so cool. The Batman covers.
We're just judging the covers.
Well, they're the first. Oh, look at this. Oh,
Nick, do you need a minute?
I think his camera's going to turn off any minute now.
You got your finger on.
Ooh, I like this. Looks cool. Oh yeah. You know what this is, Nick? This is for a Detective Comics, which is the Batman book. Brave and the Bold is going to be an anthology book talking about different Bat and Bat adjacent characters.
Okay.
So that's why you have all the different covers with like Rose Wilson and such.
No, not Tom King again.
Well, it's going to be multiple writers, so it's not just him. Plus, again, if you read Batcat, it's actually not that bad.
You're a Tom King defender.
No, not the second half.
That cover.
The cover of that Cyborg design is really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Look at that. I like the chest, the symbol on the side of the chest. That's really cool.
Cyborg has always struggled as a solo title. He's much better as an ensemble.
But this one I like. I'm not really a big fan of this one. It's a little too cartoony for me. It's not bad. This one, okay. I got that. I like this design for Cyborg.
Yeah, it's more kind of gives you like a high school, college.
This I like. This I like. Yeah, so he's being written by Morgan Hampton, and when a family emergency brings Cyborg back to Detroit, Victor Stone surprisingly finds himself enjoying his return to the simpler life, where everyone.
That's what I love about Cyborg. He's a Detroit superhero.
Oh yeah, that's true. And it's being written by one of the people from the Milestone Initiative.
That's cool.
Okay. That's cool. Then we have Spirit World, which I don't know who the hell this is.
I don't know, but the cover looks cool.
Cover's cool.
Ooh, that looks nice.
That sword one, yeah, that looks dope.
That is nice.
It is a
mystic adventure romp with Cassandra Cain.
A mystic adventure.
A new Chinese hero emerges. Okay, so it's a new character they're giving a chance. So okay, cool.
Well, they definitely gave her a good cover. I'm interested.
The
Vigil.
That's interesting. Let's see what else. Is that Oliver Queen's like sister? Who is this? That's being written by Ram V. Who are the Vigil? The shipping vessel Eastwell has been taken captive by pirates off Thailand 24 hours later. Let me see. Intervention, but okay. I'm trying to find. It's kind of interesting about this is that there's no grammar thing. So all right, you are being watched. That's interesting. I like that. It's kind of like an email. And Steady Boy. I think a lot of these are just like newer characters they're trying to push.
I mean, sure, let them try. You know, who knows what'll catch on.
Any character deserves their shot.
Yeah.
First seen in Wildstorm 30th anniversary special in Lazarus Planet. There's a new Korean hero named City Boy. Okay.
I gotta be honest with you. Like the design of Spirit World, it actually kind of has me interested. I actually might look into it more.
And dude, but this Batman cover, that just looks so. Who's drawing this? It's Batman 135. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, I like that. This one's cool.
All right, guess the order.
All right.
Guess.
I think that's Grayson.
No, that's Jason Todd. Look at the demeanor.
Okay, this is Grayson. Jason Todd, Damian, and Tim.
Yep.
This is interesting. Nick, you might want to turn off your camera right about now. That's going to be a running joke from now. That's going to be a running joke now.
Sorry, I was like looking up Spirit World. I guess it was like a comic done by Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
it's just like
ooh,
like,
I like
it's
this
like, oh.
Catwoman cover. This
Oh,
back
I like
that is
it.
actually
I
really
like it.
nice. It's Art Germ. That's why he draws fantastic women. This one looks. Oh wait, it's done by is this a Neil Adams cover he did before he died?
Huh. Or it could be a tribute variant.
Hang on. I gotta see this. It is by Neil Adams.
A moment of
So-
silence for one of the greats.
Okay, so basically,
Nick,
I'm gonna
moment
read-
of silence. Okay, now.
I can I read you the description for Spirit World?
Sure,
Go ahead.
All right. So, first seen in Lazarus Planet Dark Fate #1, Spirit World features Xanthi, a non-binary Chinese hero with the ability to travel in and out of the spirit world, the realm of the dead, and that of the living. Xanthi possesses the ability to burn items folded from ceremonial joss paper and turn them into real objects that can be used in the physical world. Their superpower is based on the Eastern Chinese custom of burning joss paper grave sites and resources to ancestors in the spirit world.
That's cool.
That, honestly,
That sounds interesting.
that is, yeah, that's an interesting setup. Like, I'm like,
I like how, first off, they're creating new characters, so they're not changing existing characters, and they're making them like unique to their culture, and they're sort of bringing their cultural aspects, which I like.
She's gonna be teaming up with Constantine
That makes sense.
to rescue Batgirl Cassandra Cain.
Oh, bollocks.
Like, okay.
So Nick, how about this Leo cover?
Oh.
Lee Bermejo, dude. He's the other pick Dawson has to draw the Snyderverse.
I love that art. It's very realistic.
Can you imagine the Snyderverse is a comic with this art?
Can you imagine Screecher with that art?
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's written by Chip Zdarsky, already good there, and one of the artists is Jorge Jimenez. Yes, yes. What else we got? Ooh, Power Girl has a new costume again. She still has the boob window.
Yeah, I think that it's just crazy how that's become.
That's her logo. That's her logo now.
Her logo is just her boobs.
But I
God
like
bless
the new
America.
costume. Yeah, I know. Of course. Oh, I like this cover. Again,
Yes,
Archer.
My eyes are drawn.
Control it.
Ooh, this one looks nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then
The
Dave
boob
at
symbol.
the boob symbol. The bat signal for Power Girl is just boobs.
Okay, can we give Dave the Impaler a reward, like a clap or some other video?
Hang on, I got it. I got it. Where is it? Ah, a man. Yep. There you go.
Indeed.
Sorry, I'm kind of thirsty at the moment.
I like this one with the coloring. This one's done.
Oh, the shading is a nice touch.
Oh
Excuse
boy.
me. Yeah.
Look who's writing.
Who?
Leah Williams.
Oh.
Nick, she's one of the people who tanked the X-Men after Hickman.
Oh God. The cringe.
Why?
I'm sorry, I've just.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that cover.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because Green Arrow was lost in the multiverse. But this looks so cool. Look at that.
I thought that book kicked off in April.
It doesn't matter. I'm buying it.
This must be like the second issue.
Yeah, this is Green Arrow 2. Look at this Arsenal thing, dude.
Not bad.
I like that costume.
Yeah, I do
Not
too.
bad. Let me just
Joshua Williamson.
Oh yes, check me in for Joshua Williamson. And here's Nightwing. Again, I like the Starfire design. I think with her hair up.
You want to know what's a missed opportunity? Starfire is a Green Lantern.
That's true.
No, she wouldn't be a Green Lantern. She'd be a Star Sapphire.
Yeah, I like this cover.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
With Bitewing right there, and that's actually the name of the dog.
Okay, I guess not every dog can be named Ace.
This is not bad. I like how they have the logo that has the team's names, and they have like
Yeah, it's pretty nicely
deep
designed.
past iterations. Yeah, I like that. Oh, they have my favorite ship.
Okay, now you're just trying to stir the pot, Jared.
I'm saying it just to mess
I-
with Nick. Nick and I
I
have
like the
established
cover, just not the ship.
Nick and I have a little thing where
Wonder
Nick-
Bat is the best ship.
okay, so Nick and I have a little battle going on that whenever he brings up Wonder Bat from now on stream, I'm going to talk about how much I like the pairing of Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon. And by
You
the way,
took your sweet old time letting me back in.
so Jared has a problem with cartoon of Harley Quinn, but thirsting after Power Girl's boobs. No, it's because if you look at that trailer, they made it look like it was just straight up porno. So I'm like, no, I'm not interested to see the characters I love being turned into that. And it's just yeah. Okay, a little bit of a red flag, but I've heard his Nightwing is actually pretty decent.
He's actually writing a story.
Isn't he
for
the
once.
one who like really emphasized the Nightwing butt kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll go through a couple more, and then we'll log off because it's like 2 a.m.
Ooh.
right now. That's not bad. And there's Livewire. I like that Livewire design.
That is nice.
Ooh,
Banshee.
Banshee.
Silver Banshee.
Silver Banshee. I love that. And this is super. Oh, I love this. Jesus,
That is straight out of the 60s right there.
that is so good. It looks so. Ooh,
Zorro.
that is nice looking.
Yeah.
And by the way, Dave, yes. Again, Nick, you bring up Wonder Bat. I'm gonna bring that up.
Wait, hasn't Bizarro not been seen since Red Hood and the Outlaws?
True. This
Oh,
is
Super
interesting.
Cat.
There's a Super Cat now.
Candor. It's Candor. It's Ball City Candor.
And Super Cat, yeah. By Superman written by Joshua Williamson. Yes, please.
Yeah, he's on like 5 books right now.
I'm so happy about that. Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Oh, Hank
That
Hemingway.
is a badass cover.
Nice.
That is badass. Ooh, I like that one too. It's not bad.
Wait, is Connor's Boy of Tomorrow book getting released, or did they just drop that book?
I think it's being released. Oh, look at this. Throwback.
Oh, yeah.
Throwback. I
Nice.
like that. I like how apparently they gave Steel nanotech.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that, like, they never really did anything with the Man of Tomorrow. Like, he was in the storyline, but all the other characters got stuff done with him afterwards.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice halfway.
So does John Henry and his niece share the Steel identity now, or
I think they do.
I think that's so stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. Sharing an identity like that is just so
Like
stupid.
Aquaman and Superman. Yeah, I know it's a stupid,
Like,
which I
like
guarantee
Spider-Man
you.
and, like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like,
Yeah, I
they
guarantee
eventually
you.
gave him his own name, but like, yeah.
I guarantee you, we're gonna have like John Kent is gonna go away from the Superman identity too, and Brown Destroyer. I think Nick and I can both agree this is a bad idea.
no? Connor Kent and Cassandra, that was a ship for a while.
That works.
That's the super wonder that I can support.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you're like, mm-hmm.
And by the way, Cassie and Damien is the only Wonder Bat I will see as legitimate.
Oh, so there's the problem. So when it comes to the sidekick, I support Super Wonder. But when it comes, like, it's just like we're flipped. It's like we're flipped.
We're literally inverted, Nick.
That's actually kind of hilarious.
This is not bad. He goes to the
Ironic.
Injustice universe. He can save others from
Smith
death,
Palpatine.
but not himself. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a
Not
Jedi.
From a Jedi.
Exactly. I'm not a big fan of this one.
The cover's not bad.
It looks
No.
nice. It's not my thing. I like this. This is kind of
Yeah.
cool.
But I could definitely see John getting shelved after
Ooh.
this series is
Is
over.
that,
Oh, he's gonna be
what-
shelled.
Who is that? What's that character's called? Calvin Ellis.
I think it's
Yeah.
Malzahn.
Malzahn.
And by the way, yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
If he's a Zod, why is he wearing the symbol of the House of El?
Because what I believe what happens is that I believe he was adopted by the L's or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. I like this. This is always going to beat the crap out of Ultraman. There you go.
He's wearing the black suit.
2 years too late.
No, not the
But-
black suit. They're not wearing the black suit, Nick.
It's a black suit with a silver thing and no cape. It's a black suit.
No, that's the blue. That's the electric blue Superman.
All right, be pedantic. It's all good.
That's not the black suit. It's the blue suit. It's just the way it's lit here. I've seen
Fine, be
this suit.
pedantic. It's all good. It's all good, bro.
Whatever. Adventure of Superman John Kent #3. I may check this out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This looks not bad. Here's the Connor Kent Superboy thing.
Yeah, I like
he
that
kinda
they
gigantic?
put him back into his '90s outfit. It's nice. I'm
Got
just
the
gonna
stupid
say
90s
this.
here.
I actually think the hairstyle's back in style now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I actually never really liked Superboy with just like jeans, t-shirt, and like the Superman suit because I always felt Superman shirt. I always felt it like really uninspired, and I actually enjoy his '90s outfit more.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to answer this?
I would say Blue Marvel.
I don't know enough about either characters to make a determination. So
And by the way,
I'm
I
gonna
will say, this costume's kind of growing on me. It's growing on me a little bit. And Dave brings up a good point. It works a bit better now than it did in the 90s. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, I think the reason why is that style has kind of come back in fashion now. Like that, like the style he wears now is very much what a person on the street would wear. Like I could totally see that.
This looks very anime inspired.
Yeah, especially like with the glasses being like a single
Zoomer
color.
Kent.
He does zoom around.
Yeah, there you go.
Roll the
It's
clip.
written by Kenny Porter. Now I'm not doing that. Connor Kent is captured by the young space adventuring team, the Cosmoteers, on a mission to stop Dominator X. These former experiments believe Superboy is yet another weapon created by the cloning mad scientist. Well, they're right about the cloning part.
Wait, doesn't Connor have an adoptive adoptive daughter in
I don't
Gem
think
World?
so. Oh yes, that was in the Bendis run.
I actually
Again.
got to say, just based off of that description, that's actually not a half bad plot.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. So, Green Lanterns and Doom Patrol. Oh, it is Doom Patrol. Are they gonna fight the Green Lantern?
I just want to see Guy Gardner try to hit on Elastic Girl, and then like
She
Robot Man's
falls
like,
apart.
okay, all right, you've had
Nope,
enough.
not doing this.
Also,
Even I draw
I
lines.
like this. I like this. This is pretty nice. Yeah. In my dad's cover when so if you hit your Robot Man and get Man, so yeah, it looks pretty cool. They're out running Guy Gardner and Kyle. Ooh, I like this Harley one. Students Tears. I like that one. That was good.
That one is very anime inspired.
Definitely.
I like this one.
Oh, that's a tribute to Margot Robbie right there.
Yeah, right there. There you go. Oh, this one's nice.
Trying to do like a Joan of Arc kind of thing.
Probably, yeah. It's written by Teenie Howard, also a red flag, and backup by Nicole Maines. Okay, that's cool. And the continuing dreams of Harley Quinn. Oh, that's not bad. All right, so and we got milestone characters.
Hey, they're
New
back.
Oh,
talent
there's Rocket.
showcase. Yep, there's Rocket, baby. And this one is by Dennis Cohen and others. In May of 22, 12 writers and 12 artists came to DC headquarters to hone their skills with some of the best comic creators in the business. And 1 year later, we're showing the results of the cohort's work. Okay, so this is going to be the 12 stories written by the Milestone Initiative people. Not bad. That's cool. I'll definitely check this out.
Oh, that cover, that static cover.
Which one? This one?
That one looks sweet.
Yeah, I like this one.
It's not bad.
Not bad. But yeah, that top one is pretty dope.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad, I will say. Not bad. It's for the static. He's getting his own series.
I'm sorry about
Shadows.
Batman.
Ooh.
I love that logo. It's like the 70s all over again.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Generation
bad.
Joker.
Ooh.
bad.
Agent Diana Prince. AI
Matrix.
Joker.
And yes, Dave and Pele, that story arc actually was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Not bad. I love Sean Gordon Murphy's art. Dan Moore. There you go.
I like it. I love it. I want some
If you
more.
ever want some primo Batman content, read the White Knight universe. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I heard it
Oh
was
boy.
pretty good.
Oh boy. I like this cover. This is dope. That is so
which
badass.
Which one are you getting signed by John Cena?
Probably this one.
Okay.
Oh, with Die Hard, dude! It's a Die Hard tribute.
No, and the cover design, it's like they I think they kind of designed it off of the Cobra cover from Sylvester Stallone Cobra or whatever.
Cobra.
Nah, I like the one with him with guns and stuff a lot better. So we got this one.
They definitely were trying to do like an 80s action movie vibe with that.
And here's the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League tie-in comic.
Not bad. Oh, wait, that's the 89 Batman logo right there.
Oh yeah, and this is clearly Harley Quinn inspired. There you go. Ooh, John Dunn. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I love how we just naturally caught on to that.
Yes, I know. I was waiting for you guys. And yes, White Knight is a modern masterpiece. Then we have, what the hell is it? Oh, Sandman.
Me for a moment.
Does your depravity know no bounds?
Nope. This is Nick we're talking about.
There is no depth I will sink to.
Just Sandman. Ooh. Yes.
The Deadly Duo.
Deadly Duo, baby. This is so good.
Oh.
Ooh, Tim Seeley. No, a Mignola cover.
Did you almost compliment Tim Seeley?
Yeah, I almost did that.
No, I think he thought it was like a Tim Sale cover.
Yeah.
Wait, hasn't he passed away?
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that's not it. That's a nice jock cover. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks dope.
Ooh.
It's very terrifying. Not bad. Nah, I like the top one a little more.
Okay, that is straight out. That is like a Neil Adams kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
that's not bad. I like that one. I like this one. It's
very
like
you just hear what I'm saying. I'm just going ooh,
ooh. I'll cut out your video so all we hear is Nick going ooh, ooh, and going. Excuse me for one moment.
Please don't.
What is this? The Sandman Morpheus covers. Okay.
All right.
It's not really my thing. Human Target. I believe Tom King is finally ending Human Target.
I gotta say, I've always loved the Human Target art because it's just such a throwback.
Ooh, Swamp Thing, baby. He's getting his own series. Oh, it's a hardcover.
Yeah, it's a compilation.
Oh, it's Black Label. And then we get Suicide Squad, get Joker. Oh, they're gonna go get after the Joker. Batman versus Robin.
First 4 issues.
Oh, and they're gonna be collecting Gilded City into a book. Okay.
Wait, is the question in Gotham Knights? Wait, is that having to do the video game, or is that just like?
That's not the question. That's a different character.
What up, Pika Shades?
Oh, what's up? We're just wrapping up. Right now, we're talking about the solicit.
By the way, we came up with a new name for Tim Drake. What do you think of Night Owl?
Batman the Knight looks pretty good. This is Chip Zdarsky. He did an Angry Damage. Is this another? Oh, I think this is another compilation. But we also have a Punchline, the Gotham game. Not bad.
I actually got to say, they're actually doing a really good job at pushing Punchline. I think give it a few more years, and she's probably gonna be pretty mainstream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read the Catwoman one Bad Day. It's really good.
Arguably one of the good ones. Still waiting for Ra's al Ghul.
This is crap. This is crap.
The cover is nice though.
That's a bastardization.
This is the one where they made it so like he intentionally keeps Nora frozen because he wants to keep. He doesn't want her going out.
They turned him into incel freeze.
Thanks, Jerry Duggan. Another person that's a big. The Bane one was freaking dope.
The cover is actually really good though.
The cover's good. The Bane one was really good.
If I see the one that the Fortress book, I will literally leave.
There's the Ra's al Ghul one. It comes out written by Tom Taylor. Oh no, it comes out August. And then for centuries, races wanted to take over. He offers Batman a chance to be part of his new world order, but Batman refuses. For years, the Cold War has raged. Marie will have no more. He will remove Batman from the equation. Oh, he's going to go actually after Batman. Oh, and then they have a box set that's going to collect all of them. I may get the box set one.
But only like 3 of them are good. Bane, Catwoman, and maybe Rachel.
I'm a completionist. Payne and the Butler. Oh, okay, here we go. It's another one of those. Now we're into the young adult areas. At least it's not I Am Not Starfire.
Oh, please. Why did you say that name?
Roll the clip.
Hey, it's my show. Do you guys find Punchline interesting? Yes, I do.
I haven't read any of her stuff, but just based off of like the look of the character and the name, I'm intrigued.
I will give Punchline some credit. She's not a Joker fangirl. She's just a sociopath.
What is this?
Also, I really think the name like Punchline for like a Joker-related character is just a really good name.
Oh, they're redoing, they're re-releasing Crisis on Infinite Earths 3 Countdown to Crisis, it looks like. Oh, and they're going to have a deceased box set that has War of the Undead Gods. I'm definitely going to at least get the trade for War of the Undead Gods. Ooh, omnibus. Ooh, boy.
Wait, did they get like the classic Turtles cover artist to do that one? Because it looks like I can't remember his name, but
Eastman?
Like, no. There's another guy who did like a bunch of the Turtles covers.
Laird?
No. You're just going down the list.
Yeah. What is this? A Batgirl? Oh, Batgirl's getting her own thing.
Yeah, Batgirl's omnibus.
Not a bad suit. I like this one. It's graffiti. Hey, Nick, there's your girl.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, no.
Well, this is going in the garbage.
Nick, look at the writing staff.
Let me just full screen it. Kill me now, please.
Yes, these are the same people who are destroying Wonder Woman. And then David pre-ordered that TMNT Batman Omni. I'll probably get it. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, classic.
Oh, that's an old one.
Oh, it's
go back up.
It's a facsimile edition. Let me finish what I was saying.
Okay.
Then we have Joker. This is not bad. Batman Incorporated.
Great book. I highly recommend it. Batman.
All right, sweet. Then we also have Batman: The Adventure Continues.
Oh, that is Batman the Animated Series. His stuff. This is the design. Cool.
And this is World's Finest. Batman Super. Oh boy.
No. That's the Batman Beyond. The Batman Beyond Superman suit.
No, I know it's cool it's not. This isn't a Batman Beyond series. I'm just saying they're doing that for the series. I'll show you in a second.
It's a variant cover.
It's a variant cover.
Have you guys ever read Justice League? Like, I think they at one point. I'm sorry, never mind.
I read Justice League.
Justice League Beyond is what I was saying.
No, I haven't read that.
I need to reread that book because that was pretty good at the time.
I want to read more like Batman Beyond stuff but I don't know where to start and like where to stop because like I know at one point Tim Drake becomes Batman Beyond and I'm just not about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just avoid.
I hear Future's End is really bad.
It's bad.
Future's End is bad. Yes, they look. It's really bad.
Just avoid Future's End and you should be fine.
Teenie Howard on Catwoman. Boy.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Dangerous.
I mean, it's. I like the design of the cover. It's actually kind of funny.
Oh boy. That makes sense.
That makes sense. But at least they're actually keeping Tom King on Black Label where he can't do any long-term damage.
Here we go, baby. This is where it gets good.
The Dark Knights of Steel finale. Oh wait, it's up to 15 issues. Oh
yeah.
It got reduced to 12. I thought it was going to go all the way to 15.
It is? Oh, okay. 11 of 12. Not bad. Then we have,
bad. Oh, that's Justice League Ruby. Good cover, though.
Yeah, good cover, but I'm like, nah. Okay.
Yeah,
I think
I think that might be more Ruby related because that looks like the white thing.
No, that's Leanne.
No, dude.
Tigress? Is that Cheshire
Tigress? This is Batman. It's Cheshire. Cheshire, yeah.
Didn't they age up Leanne Harper to be like Cheshire Cat, Catwoman's sidekick during?
No idea.
Yeah.
I like this cover. This is not bad.
Yeah.
This looks very nice. It's very classic inspired. Ooh. This is terrifying, but it's super badass.
I like it.
It's by Ram V. Okay. What's this? This says Fables. Okay. So it's Fables, and then we got over here, we have Icon in Hardware. Ooh. By Reggie Hudlin. Hell yeah. Ooh. I like this Hunter suit.
It basically kind of looks like her Earth 2 suit, like when she was wearing in the 80s when Paul Dini was writing it. That is her Earth 2 suit. That is very much her Earth 2 suit.
Yeah.
The Helena Wayne version.
Jeff John. Oh yeah, it's JSA. That's why it's the Earth 2 suit, dude.
Yeah. So this is Helena Wayne, not Helena Bertinelli. So just keep that in mind.
Helena Wayne, yeah. Looney Tunes, of course. Mad Magazine. Harley screws up the DCU. They're recreating Action Comics. Oh, jeez.
To be fair, that's like a really iconic cover. Like,
Multiversity, Harley screws up. Oh, that's good. Oh, Harley, this is great. I love that. Hey, jokes on you, Soups. The scene you in my car. That's good. I like that. Ooh, this cover looks freaking dope. Poison Ivy's series. Ooh.
I thought that was a mini series.
I love Harley just taking a selfie as Poison Ivy murders someone. That's not
well, at least they have each
Harley
other.
Quinn thing to do.
It's a very Harley Quinn. I like this Poison Ivy suit.
Ooh, it's interesting.
It's new and it's very plant themed. G. Wilson, good. That's a good sign because she's fantastic when she's writing female characters. Then we got she's Superman Lost.
They need to bring back Richard Dragon. Like, seriously.
Definitely.
By Priest, and this is with the assistance of advanced technology from the unnamed planet, Superman begins his voyage home. Apparently, he was like lost in space.
So you're basically we're doing Superman 3, The Voyage Home.
Pretty much.
Why'd you
Jared
say that?
got the joke. He got the joke.
Here's the Flash. I like this cover.
Actually,
for the Flash.
it'd be Superman 4, The Voyage Home. If we're going
kick him out.
You had to mention that movie, Nick. So anyway, I like this Flash cover. Though
what
the
you
way
don't like?
blurs.
You're not a Star Trek fan?
Okay, I like this Flash cover because of like blurs and everything.
Okay, Jared, you do realize I was referencing Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, right?
Yeah, but you also referenced that crappy Superman movie.
It was more of a Star Trek reference.
But you said Superman 4.
The Quest for Peace.
Well, if I was on the quest for peace, then yes, it would be a reference.
But anyway, so yeah, I like the color job on this one.
You do realize that was your own fault, right?
Whatever.
We are the Flash.
Kick him out.
No, I'm not because that was great. That was great.
I'm sorry, I saw that cover and that's.
I'm Jeremy Adams. So there you go. Oh, this one looks nice. Against
Granny goodness.
That's gonna turn out well. I like this one.
I don't want to eat any Granny goodness as chocolate chip cookies. Please no.
What's this one? The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. Is this that Joker series where he was pregnant? Oh, Clayman. I like that.
Also, that one with the film
Damage.
strips. That almost looks like his bat. Yeah, that's a. Okay.
I like this one.
For you, Nick.
What's this one? This series says the Sandman universe again. Okay. Oh boy. This is the Megan Fitzmartin series.
At least it's getting a new artist.
Jared, I demand you read out your question and then my response. I demand you read it out.
No, I'm not reading that out. That's off-brand for Comics League and not doing that. And by the way, the answer is no.
Yeah, my answer is also no.
Why aren't they using Lobo more? Good question.
But Nick, you said your depravity shows no bounds.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, Waller versus.
Well, I lied. It has bounds. It's just you went so far out that you found the boundary.
Did they kill Grifter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
but
no.
yeah. I like this.
Grift.
I like this Clayman cover. My
Scary,
lady
isn't it?
Voodoo over here looking awesome. What?
Mm.
That's interesting. Matthew Rosenberg. Oh, here comes Wonder Woman. I like this. Look at the lighting on
is
this.
so good.
Oh,
If
that
it's-
one looks.
If it's Clune Rat, I swear.
Terry Dodson, Rachel and Terry Dodson, baby. I love these guys. Yeah.
I really wish they'd bring back Roxy Rocket. Like they keep
No!
trying to continue her only being a Batman character, but she really is a Superman character or a Wonder Woman character.
JJheat.
I did not jinx you. You knew that was likely.
I knew that was likely. Oh, and they're making an absolute version of the Court of Owls.
Yeah. What's the absolute version mean?
It's larger.
Is it
it's-
absolute?
Yeah. And
It'll be a
absolute-
sift, too,
basically
if
what it
absolute.
is. Basically
I
what
would
it
do
is
it
that
on
if you
Owls.
like. Basically, what it is that if you really like the art from a book, it just makes the art larger, so you can have more of it.
So it's like an absolute edition.
Pretty much. Batman
You
art.
underestimate
Catwoman.
my power.
Don't try. Ooh,
Don't
Ed
try it.
Brubaker.
Ooh, bringing on some.
Oh,
big names.
I think, and now we're talking about collector's editions. Batman Fear State.
Lousy event.
DC
DC versus Vampires
Vampires.
was pretty good.
It was actually DC
Batman
Max,
versus Dracula is a classic, and I will not hear otherwise.
Deathstroke Incorporated. Not bad.
Kind of fell off after volume 2.
Oh, they're reprinting the
Tomasi
POG
and
Tomasi
Green
Green Lantern Corps. I don't need it. I don't need it because I have a lot of this stuff in my
Watch
my
people
Omnibus.
react when they start reprinting some of the
EVS.
Jeff Johns Ethan Van Sciver run, like just to watch people freaking out.
Yeah. And by the way, not interested.
And I can imagine EVS being like, sure,
Thank
I
you.
don't care. I don't mind casting the checks.
Free
Sword
money.
of Azrael, not bad. Yeah, free money, exactly. Teen Titans Go comics. Okay, that's
The Hunger
interesting.
Games.
Dark Crisis tie-in The Flash.
Arguably the only good tie-in of Dark Crisis.
Joker a puzzle box. I like that cover.
Unwritten.
Young Justice Targets, of
Targets.
course. Is that going to be a? Yeah, it's a
Yeah, but
it's a
completed.
trade. All right, so that's it. So, all right,
I just
that's
want to say this.
Mhm.
I think if they're going to continue Young Justice, it'll probably be a continuation of the comics.
Yeah, that'll
Probably.
most likely be the way. We have to head off because Tevi is going to come back in the comments and put that in there. But anyway,
Super Sons.
Sun,
Super
yeah.
Sons.
Sun.
yeah, he's probably not. So anyway, that's our show for the night. But let us know which of those books you're the most excited for. Me personally, I'm excited for the trade of DC's because I want because I all I need is one more to complete the set, and that's the one that's right here.
There is one on one upcoming book that was not mentioned.
We can promote that later, but okay,
Samurai
fine.
number
Nick,
3.
Turn Samurai, Conan May.
oh, it's being
Turn Samurai
released in
number
May?
3. Yeah, that's the current plan. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll do an indie Wednesday episode.
Oh, before we forget,
Also,
a moment of silence.
this is your dose of adorableness.
Mm-hmm.
A moment of silence for Drake the Rat.
Yeah.
All right, and Brown Destroyer is bringing all the yeah,
Give him the clip.
Mm.
I don't care which one. Give him the clip.
all the time in books doing Jeff Johns Green Lantern books were good. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And yeah, absolute editions are great. Actually, hang on. I'll show you. I have an absolute. It's this. And
That is
there was good kind of stuff.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and then it has a little ribbon there for a bookmark, and basically what it is, it collects the run, but it's a lot larger. That's
I
what
bet
absolute-
holding that you're just filled with absolution.
Only a-
I heard that sigh. I heard it.
This is getting really annoying, Nick.
Hello there.
I know, right? Isn't it great?
So anyway, we're gonna call it for the night. So we'll go around. JJheat, where can everyone find you, and what's coming out on the channel?
Okay, for me, JHeat75, JHeat Blaze on YouTube, and more Soul Tour playthroughs, and hopefully I can get a re-upload of Blazing Shonen #1, and go ahead and set up Blazing Shonen #2, which would be a full depth Screecher review with Phoenix Press.
That'll be a good collab.
What about you, Nick?
Well, I see here this Monday I'll be a guest on Jared's channel. We're starting our rewatch of Justice League. Then we got Super Split Screen Bros, and then episode 2 of the Fallen Order playthrough. Jared, you were having way too much fun with that.
Because basically what it is, guys, if you guys don't know, is he plays the game and I heckle his gameplay.
Yes, he is very brutal.
Yeah, it's very fun. And then for me on Monday, like I said, well, actually on Monday it's not coming out on Monday. The Justice League Watch is coming out on Tuesday. That's why we rearranged it.
I was mistaken. Sorry.
Yeah, on Monday I have a general video coming up. I just gotta come up with a topic. I haven't done that yet. Then for Indie Wednesday, I have an interview that's coming up. It's gonna be recorded on Monday, but it's gonna be released on Wednesday for Indie Wednesday. It's a fun one. And
is that the one where I mistook it?
Yes, you did. Nick made an ass of himself on Twitter. But anyway, and
In
then by the
of
way,
Galactic Republic, you are under arrest.
By the way,
never.
So tomorrow we are starting our Matrix coverage with the first Matrix movie. We're going to cover the Matrix trilogy. Yes, I intentionally said trilogy, and then Animatrix.
Because there is no fourth movie.
Yeah, you guys spoke, and we have answers. So it's going to be Matrix 1, 2, and 3 for this week, next week, the week after, and then we'll cover Animatrix.
So we're doing Matrix 1 this week, Matrix 2 the next, then Matrix 3, then Animatrix. I just want to kind of spell it out for people.
Yeah. And again, and then yes, Time to Fly. Yeah, exactly. So
it's my time to fly.
That was such a good movie, Titan AE.
Oh, I love it so much. By the way, that needs to be a movie night tonight.
That needs to be a movie night, yes. But a lot of Matrix is inspired by just general comic book stuff, and the Wachowskis were very obvious on it.
Their pitch to the producers was they literally sat down Joel Silver. They had him watch Ghost in the Shell, the anime movie from like '96, and they said to him, "We want to do that."
That works.
And actually, there are like a lot of shots from the Matrix that do match up with Ghost in the Shell.
So, on that note, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed this extra long episode of Comics League Dark because it's about 2.5 hours. But stay heroic, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.